Yo, what is happening? What is going on? We are here again Tuesday night. It is the 24th of March. We are living in a crazy, crazy world, aren't we all? I hope you guys are all safe and doing well wherever you are in the part of the country on lockdown, staying uncontaminated. And if you're creating stuff, even better. Hopefully, you got some good books to read, some other great things to do. Today's been a fantastic and busy day working on Black Flag, working on this excellent and fun Black Flag cover for Dynamite. Black Flag Red Sonja, Black Flag Evil Ernie. We will be seeing this on Indiegogo quite shortly. And I'm very, very excited. It's going to be the first debut of the Black Flag characters on an official comic book cover in over 25 years. I myself am in disbelief and very, very, very excited. I can show you guys a layout. If you guys want to see the layout, I got it here on my mighty fun iPad. You guys can see what it looks like. This right here. Well, let's take a look at the. Let me look at the. Do you want Evil Ernie first, or do you want Red Sonja first? Let's take a look. We've got Sonja here. And here we go. So I'm going to show you Sonja first. These are the layouts. So you guys are going to see them. I'm working where there it is. It's so bright. And we're tuning it in. There we go. Red Sonja, Age of Chaos. This is the layout. It's been approved. This is what I've been penciling. Don't want to show you the pencils yet. But we've got our characters here. We've got Raiden meditating. We got Geisha on her motorcycle. We've got Sniper here. We've got Bubble. We've got Rascal. We've got Gorilla. Where's Spot? That's going to be the main question. Where is Spot? We got to find out in the Black Flag series where Spot is. The cool variant on this variant, because it's a variant of a variant, which is very, very meta. I like to do meta, is our man Evil Ernie. So it's essentially the same cover with our guy Evil Ernie standing there. So hopefully you guys will be stoked to check it out and pick it up, as it will be the first appearance of Black Flag in a comic book in over 25 years. I believe the last time was 1995, if I'm wrong. I'm sure Mr. Michael Green can tell us otherwise. He's more of an expert on anything Black Flag than I am. He knows his shit. Same with our writer. What up, Star Tager? Hopefully I'm saying it right. Anthony Perone. My wife is very talented. She is the talented one in this family. I make pictures. One of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a mail list. Thank you, Zaid. Where I'm going to be offering a free PDF of this that you can download and print out. It is the line art for the original Black Flag cover. And as you can see, I drew this on Halloween of 1994. At least I finished it. This thing took me, I believe, 3 days to work on. It's a beaut. And Will Perdomer, our writer on Black Flag, is the owner of that original. I remember way back, way back when. Ryan Palmer says, "Hit me, Dan, after you finish with your work, dude. It will be a fun talk. Come on the show if you want, man. I'm going to be posting the link, here pretty soon. Did you guys go and check out Baby B Couture? I see you guys talking about some of her stuff, man. Yeah, Will Perdomo. I'm Will Perdomo, our writer for Black Flag. I met him at a comic convention way back when. He was a fan. He was 12 years old, and came through. Came through the studio. Did a tour of the studio. We offered internships during the summer. He became an intern at Extreme Studio. Here's this 12, 13-year-old kid, and he's an intern, and he's a really good guy. We had interns, Will Perdomo, Ben Ferrari, Kite Kim. They were all high school kids that would come in and make copies and do all the cool office work that while we were busy drawing. And we ended up becoming really good friends. And I was invited to his 16th birthday. I was over at his house, and I brought 2 boxes. In one box had some Supreme pages, and in the other box had the Black Flag cover. And I told him, door number 1, door number 2. He picked up the Black Flag cover, and he's had it ever since. So that was, very, very long time ago. That was like 97, 98. It's been in his possession this whole time. Mr. Green, last official Black Flag Black Seed in the comic appearance was Asylum cover, July of 1996. Thank you, sir. So it has been almost 24 years since we've seen these characters officially in a comic book. So that's really good. What's up, Timbertone, my man Dan? Good to have you back in the chat again. We're just doing something small and informal. We're in the actual room. We've seen a couple of names dropped in the comics: the Gear Station room, the Frega Boom Boom room, a couple other names. Nothing is official yet. Still looking for names. Let's extend this out until April 1st. Hopefully somebody will come up with something I like. I don't want to come up with the name myself. I want you guys to have something to do with this room, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time in this room. Speaking of spending a lot of time, I just spent the last hour on the phone with some creating collaborators that he's going to be coming on to Black Flag, and I'm very, very excited. A guy named Shelby Robertson. Shelby was a guy that I found way back in the day. He was also my roommate for a while, and his first printed work was in Black Flag 0, and this is his work. He did the Rascal origin story, so I'm having him do some Rascal stuff. He's also inking up a couple pieces for me. Shelby is the man. If you guys don't follow him, look for Shelby Robertson Art on Instagram, and you're going to see how freaking amazing the dude is. What is the name of the Fregaverse, and how do Gear Station and Black Flag exist in the same universe in just different time or one space? That's a fantastic question. You might have to read the comics to find that out. The name of the Fregaverse for right now is the ICU, like ICU, Incredible Comics Universe. It's Incredible Comics is where Black Flag is coming. Sadly, we are not using the Maximum Press label anymore. You guys can fill in the blanks on that. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth, and that's okay, because Incredible Comics goes way back before Maximum Press. It was my very first imprint back in high school, where The Adventurer, which was my first printed work back in 1989 in the Martinez News Gazette. That's where The Adventurer came out of Incredible Comics. So be looking for stuff from the ICU, Incredible Comics universe. And as far as the connection between Gear Station and Black Flag, we're gonna have to find out. Maybe people need to start picking up Gear Station comics. I would recommend it, but who am I? I'm biased. Those are my kids. Let's pop a link in the chat how we can get up here on the. I know I was gone for a second. You know what's really weird? If I slide a little bit on this trackpad, it goes back in the history, which is just really weird, right? Anyway, sorry about that, guys. How about the name Infinite Destruction? Man, what happens once everything's destroyed, though? What happens when everything is destroyed? Destruction would have to destroy itself, and then the infinity loop would stop because, man, I might have smoked something. Who knows? The Boomverse, the Yoon Boomverse. Here's the thing that's really fun about the Gear Station. The Gear Station is a network of these machines that are like the internet servers of the fabric of reality. So, and there's these guys that protect it called the Dominion of Souls. and the Gear Station story in Gear Station 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 talks about that. And we meet all kinds of fun characters. The Bone Zone. All right, so here we go. Because I said I wanted to invite you guys, but when I went to swipe and copy the link, my trackpad, I swiped like this, and it went back in the history. Frey Rock. Here we go. Let's Buttes. What's up, my man? What's up? What's up? What's up? So good to have you. 23 people, 25 people. We were at a 23 for a second, which that is my favorite number. And if you guys ever check out some old Michael Turner comics, look for hidden number 23s. Even though my buddy passed, I still go back and look at our old comics, and I find 23s I've never found before. Like I found one in Witchblade Tomb Raider that I'd never seen before, and it touched my heart. And I miss my homie, but 23 is my number. I am sensing the death metal hero. What up, man?
What up, Frankie Boom?
Oh man, I dig your shirt. I dig it.
Oh yeah, this is my Punisher jersey.
That's awesome. You know, they filmed a lot of that Punisher movie there in Florida. What's 74? What's the significance?
74 was the year he got was the year his first appearance. An Amazing Spider-Man.
129. 129. Yeah. I didn't realize that I'm older than the Punisher. That's weird. That's weird. That's 3 facts now that I have. That see, I didn't pour myself a drink. God damn it. I am.
Sorry. Bad influence.
I was on the earth for 1 month and 1 day at the same time Bruce Lee was. Okay, so there's that. I can say that Bruce Lee and I were alive at the same time for 1 month and 1 day. I have that. And then I can say I am about 2 months older than hip hop. I can say that because that's August 11th, 1973. DJ Herc, Cool Herc in the Rec Room in the 1520 Sedgwick Room. And now I can say I'm older than the Punisher. So awesome. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm an old
Punisher's
man.
One of my favorites, man.
Punisher is one of my favorites. In fact, my son asked me today, as you know, Harrison Danger, because on the spinner rack, I have different iterations of the Punisher. I've got the Mike Zeck miniseries, Circle of Blood. Oh, yeah. I have Jim Lee's Punisher War Journal. I have the amazing Klaus Janson, later on Whilce Portacio, later on Eric Larson drawn Punisher series. And then I have my favorite issues 1 through 8 of Punisher Warzone.
Nice.
You can't mess with that, dude. That popsicle gag is the thing that got me loving that one the most. You know the one I'm talking about? Where he's sticking the popsicle. They did it in the movie. They did
it in the movie.
Yeah. They just took it right out of that comic. Wolverine is 1974 too, says Mark Trafford. J Money. I sense a J Money up in here. What up, J Money? Welcome to the show, J Money. How are you, sir?
Good.
Damn, can you see me?
I cannot. You're just a shape. It's fine.
You're a shadow of a man.
I'll take that shadow of a man any day.
That's awesome. What's that in the back, dude? Is that a fish tank way back there? What is that?
Which one? I got a Clockwork Orange and a light.
No. Other side, like way back there. It's like a green light.
Oh, that's my daughter watching YouTube on the TV.
Oh, okay. Yeah, from here it looks like a fish tank or something, man. How are you doing today? Where are you hailing out of?
Oh, damn, I'm good. Alabama, man, I'm right.
You're adjacent to me.
4 to 6 hours from you.
You're
yeah,
both
man.
North of me.
We're all a bunch of southern crazy people down in this place. So how are you this fine evening? You say you staying safe?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I haven't worked because of this virus.
Yeah, that's not good, man. We were just talking about the effects on the economy, and you know, I work in production, in film and television, and all of film production, all of music video production, all of commercial production has shut down. So there's a lot of people in my business that have stopped working. You know, all the restaurants around here shut down. There's a lot of those people not working, and it's crazy. It's weird times we live in, and you know, always keeping an eye on the news and wondering what's true, what isn't. Because remember, like, you know, 4 weeks ago, the news was saying that this shit was nothing to worry about. At least Fox News was.
Yeah, I think they were trying to keep people from panicking because
panic.
people are herd animals, and as soon as one of them panics, they all panic. That's why nobody can find any fucking toilet paper.
That's right. That's right. My brother, most of my family lives in Northern California, and he was like, dude, I'm down to my last roll. I'm like, well, fuck, man. Like my wife's savvy as all heck. You know where she found it? She found it at Staples, because Staples sells office supplies, and one of them is toilet paper. And most people don't think, I'm going to go to Staples and get some toilet paper, you know? But she did, you know?
Thinking outside that box.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My wife is a clever girl. I got to say she's really smart. She's only made like 1 or 2 mistakes, one of them being me. But, you know, she's not perfect. Ryan.
Yeah, but she like you, so that's what matters.
Ryan, you want to come in, dude? Hit that link, bro. Come on in. Ryan Palmer. It's going to be fun. There's the link, man. Just click it, and you'll be in the stream. So we are getting geared up. April 25th is the day of the Black Flag campaign. We're a week away from April 1st, which are 8 days away from April 1st, which is you're gonna see the new and improved Couch Doodle show with the interviews and new backdrops and stuff. And I am working on 2 of the Black Flag commercials. That's right, I said commercials.
Nice.
With Mechicide says death metal, whiskey, and beer. Dude, there's no other way. You know, that's the thing. I'm the same way, man. Like I want one and the other. You know.
There's something else that I've got as well, but I can't fucking show you. So use your imagination.
Oh, just blaze. Ryan, come on in, man. You see the link, right? It says, "Let me in. It's going to be fun, man." Come on in, Ryan. Come on in. What does that say?
We could use some fun.
Decade legacy. Yeah, I'm down. Come on through. I didn't get the link. It's in the chat, dude. Right there. Right 1, 2 below you. You just click on it. It says StreamYard 7X 3W 7KY
Russo, I'm puffing all night long on a 10-foot bong.
On a 10-foot bong. My mind's so strong. It's so elastic. It gets very long. Longer than ever. My words are so clever because you know what we're rolling on this here endeavor. Oh, J Money in the house. Death Metal Hero in the house. Ryan, are you not seeing the link, dude? I don't know why you're not seeing the link. Are other people in the chat not seeing the link? I don't know how to.
I've got YouTube open on another window.
Perhaps, maybe that's what it is. I don't know how. Let me know how I can send you this link, man. I'm not sure how to send it. Let me see if I can. Oh, what does it say? It's not there, he says. I'm going over. I'm opening up another window here. And see
if I can get some light.
Yeah.
There you go. Now we can see your face.
Hold on a second. You guys talk.
Did anybody else send off their previews order today and feel really fucking sad?
Oh fuck!
Not to turn on a down note, but
the cutoff date was that today?
Well, today's the last shipment that any comic shops are gonna get. They're not gonna get anything for the foreseeable future until whatever this shit blows over.
Right.
So I mean. Dude, my local shop's been in business for 33 years, and in the entire time she's been open, there's never been a shutdown on the industry like this. This is unprecedented.
It is. This whole thing is unprecedented, and like I said, I said to my wife, I said it feels like a weird dream. This is. Everything around is weird. It seems like some fucking movie, War of the Worlds, or
I remember some survival apocalypse movie or something.
Right. Let me. I gotta open up another browser, not even this one, and go on Twitter because I'm gonna post this. Let's see. But I heard a dink. Let's see. I heard a dink. I think there he is. There's Ryan.
Hi.
Ryan, what's up, man?
What are you doing?
I can't hear you at all. Your microphone isn't on.
You are muted, sir.
Yeah, see that little
your
mute
settings.
button? See that little mute button here? I'm going to unmute you. Unmute Mike. It won't let me. I think it's muted.
There you
There
go.
you are. How are you?
What up?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you is. How you doing, man?
Hey, good to see you guys. I am great, man.
Excellent.
Huh?
Hey,
Excellent.
nice to see you, J Money and Death Metal Hero, and good to see you, Dan.
Good to see
Happy
you
to be
too.
here, man.
I'm doing great. I'm doing
Nice,
great.
man. Hey, everybody's promoting comics, huh?
We could promote whatever. You got some music, some video games, some
No,
toys?
I don't want to promote. You know what I wanted to come on here for, Dan?
What's
I
that?
wanted to come on here to help you. I wanted to work with you, man.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw your post tonight. You had a video that you posted. You did a rap. I have a good friend that does professional. He does the professional beats.
Yeah.
And the beats were awesome for your video. And so when I saw that, it wasn't. It was pretty much. I know that you have access to good music, and if you want more music, this guy does it professionally, and he's a friend of our studio. It's have you ever heard of him? His name's Hannibal the Beat Animal. He's
No,
an
but
East
that's
Coast
a
guy.
fantastic name, man. That's
Holy
that's
fuck.
a killer handle.
Dude, you gotta see these guys.
That's a
Okay,
great
out of
name.
our studio. Okay, one of the comic titles in our studio, Monty writes it, right? It's called Sentry. And
Yeah.
he works with guy. These two fellas are from they're from New Orleans area.
Yeah.
And Hannibal always wears mask.
Okay.
Always wears mask.
Is it like the
Hannibal
one
Beat
in
Animal.
like Hannibal Lecter style? Like
He wore a Hannibal
yeah, the
Lecter
anti-cannibal
style
mask,
mask.
yeah.
They're always custom. No, it's crazy. I know it's always different. He has his own custom mask that he has now, but it's
that's
always
cool.
always something different. And I've been on the show a couple of times. They're a pop culture show.
Okay.
So when we go on, we're always talking about comic book stuff. He sends me links before I go on for comic book movies. That last one we did the top 5 picks of all their fans.
Yeah.
It's a self-sustaining show, so
Sure.
I think they have like 2K subscribers, and they get
Great.
they get super chats. It's self-sustaining. I'm happy for Monty. No, absolutely, he's one of our front running titles. Like, he's a comic writer for us, and then he does this, and he's
Where's your show?
Oh,
where's your show?
it's called. You got to hear the shit. It's called Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show.
Is it on YouTube? Is it a podcast?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You look it
Hannibal
up,
and
dude.
Monty's
Okay.
Shit Show.
Can you imagine, right? They do the show, and his fans, he calls them shitheads.
Oh, right.
That's what they're called. No, the 2,000 guys that subscribed and everybody that's in the chat, they're
It is.
shitheads.
Everybody in my chat, the chat is called the Boombox and the Frega Boombox, and we're all called the Dudes.
That's
Yeah.
way more respectable than calling them shitheads.
Oh,
It's all in fun, you know?
I respect that. Yeah, shitheads is cool. I call my there's so much love in that term that's what I call my children. Shitheads.
I know, right? That's very nice. My kids,
That's sometimes what I call my cats.
Yeah.
I wish I had more cages.
Hi.
I only have enough cages to keep my kids one at a time. The one
Yeah.
that misbehaves goes in the cage, and then the rest of them get to run free until they misbehave.
That's what happens, man. That's
You know?
Ethan Van Skyrer was talking about that, keeping kids in cages.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. I saw
think-
that.
Yeah, you keep I think if you keep your kids' expectations of life really low, they're going to have a great life. If you keep it really high, they're going to go out there entitled. You know? So cage them up,
Yeah,
I mean, it
cage
makes
them up,
sense.
cage them up, feed them oatmeal only.
I have to go the way that my dad brought
We
me
don't have
up.
any kids, so I
My
don't
dad
know.
brought me up. He was just my dad has this funny philosophy.
Yeah.
And it sounds fucking weird, but he doesn't believe in interrupting the natural instincts and the natural progression of a child. And he did that with me and my brother.
Yeah.
And I do it with my kid. I know it sounds weird, but it's like if you're overly brutish with the kids, right?
Helicopter parenting. They call that helicopter
You
parenting.
know, or like, yeah, absolutely. Then you you break them of things that's their whatever the natural personality is. My dad brought that in. My dad was really good to me. My dad is cool as shit. Okay, my dad's a nerd
I'm
at heart.
listening to you. I'm just stepping over here because I have
you guys are gonna love this story.
I have these
cool
herbs
shit
that call out to me. Hold on.
My old man is a 7th generation Irish logger, right? We're
Irish,
immigrants in Maine. Yeah, oh, absolutely, man. And but he was a nerd at heart, so he learned how to cut wood
Drinking
by
Irish
horse.
whiskey, does that count?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that counts anytime. You don't have to be Irish to drink that. That's good shit. I
Oh
don't
no,
give a
I'm
fuck
Irish
what
on
kind
the
of
dad's
human
side.
being
Don't
you are.
worry.
Oh, you are. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm Irish on the good
Good,
side.
man.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
good,
guys.
man.
I'm sensing. I feel like we're about to experience some 3D fill in 3D.
Whoa.
Hey, Phil, what's up?
Oh,
And he's wearing 3D
Phil
glasses.
bringing it with the eyewear. What's up, Phil?
What's up, brothers? How's it
Hey,
going?
Phil.
Oh, that's cool,
Oh,
man.
dang.
Man, I need a set of those. I know I have like some. I got that McFarlane Spider-Man 300 in 3D, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to open it. I don't want to open it.
You know who gave me these?
I don't know. Max Headroom.
No,
Hey,
no.
hey.
No,
He's way
Eric
more
Powell.
handsome than
No, Eric
Max
Powell.
Headroom. Come on, he's
Yeah,
got.
the Goon.
Those-
Yeah. So he's got he's
How
got
much-
this awesome book called Hillbilly.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I've been picking that up in single issue form.
One of the chapters is it is 3D. So I asked him because I had read it before and I saw him at like C2E2 last year or something to sign some
Right.
books. And I'm like, oh, I love that 3D chapter. Do you have any glasses? And so he gave me these.
He's a sweet
Nice.
dude,
All
man.
right.
So those are like, that they have a memory attached to it. That's cool, man.
He's a sweet dude. Back in the day when Goon first came out, I don't remember. I don't even know if it was on MySpace or what. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I reached out to him
MySpace,
and
yeah.
told him what a fan I was, and he's like, "Yo, man, what's your address?" I gave him my address, and I got a package with like all the Goon, like every Goon that had come out up until that point. He
Nice.
just sent
That's
it to me.
awesome.
Hell yeah! I'm like that. I've never even met the man, and he's a sweet guy.
I mean, I've only interacted with him on Twitter, but he seems like a pretty good dude.
Yeah,
he did the Death Clock comics for
Check
Adult
this out.
Swim. Brendan
Yeah.
Small.
Oh, let's make it full screen. Let's take a look.
So here's that issue. The hillbilly is this wandering witch killer,
Yeah.
and he meets this like shaman, Native American shaman, and he takes like this ayahuasca, and then goes on this trip where you have to put the sunglass or the glasses on.
That's
I
amazing.
wonder if Powell.
I like that.
took
That's
ayahuasca
trippy, though.
somehow.
Yeah, check out this.
Phil,
work.
that's trippy though. I like the artwork on that.
Yeah, that's
I like that, and that's all Megan. That's not colored, but the effect that you got for whoever the artist is,
Yeah.
very talented. That's very cool to be able to get that effect with black and white.
Yeah, I love
dig
that
it.
book. It's a great book.
What's happening with you, J Money? It looks like the world's be spinning on you.
I went and got
It's
a beer.
spinning.
My man. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that settles it. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go get my glass of barrel aged straight fucking American whiskey. I'll be right
All
back.
right.
I'll
All
be
right,
right
cool.
back.
Well, if the mailing
Get it, bro.
system's still right, though, mail me a little bit of that, Dan, will you?
I
right,
hope
while
the
you're
mailing system's still right.
All right. I'll be
Phil,
expecting that
How
right
does
away.
it feel to have a fucking living room full of comics that you made, huh? Tell me about that shit, homie.
I've got some. I had some
Crazy.
back here. I got my pull list back here. Jesus Christ. Let me
It's
grab some.
awesome, man. We got a living room full of like almost 200
I got some
comics,
cool
man.
comics here. My buddy in the studio, his name's Jax, right?
Yeah.
He's he turned me on to Lobo comics, but I went
Oh.
and pulled a bunch of fucking stuff.
Paramilitary Christmas special,
Brother,
yo.
do not get me started on Lobo. I literally
Oh,
am the
really?
biggest Lobo fan.
Oh, really? You are? Okay, here, let me pull the issue that this is just the pull issue out of our collection.
Probably have that issue.
Let's see what. Yeah, oh, probably. But here, this is
I
what I
have
got.
every Lobo stitch. Yeah, Blazing Chain of Love, brother, right there.
Yep. And then I've got
It's a
this
good
here.
cover, but
What about Last Zarnian? Have either of you read Last Zarnian?
Of course.
Last Zarnian.
that doesn't, like,
I don't think I
course
bought
I
that. I don't think I have.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Jax just turned me on it. Jax worked at Marvel and DC, did sketch cards and stuff, and he told me to take a look at it. So,
Oh, man.
Ryan, brother, if you want to read, easy way to read Lobo is they just put this out last year. It's the Lobo.
do you have to read it or you just look at it?
Keith, what do you mean? You could do both. It's a
How do
comic.
you like that?
It's a comic. You what?
Yeah, so
No, I'm
this
just,
is-
you know, I'm just
Story.
fucking, of course I'm gonna fucking read the thing.
This
I
says
write
Last
comics
Arnie in it.
States, of course I fucking read them.
It's got the paramilitary Christmas
Jesus
special on it.
Christ.
Mhm.
Oh, that's my jam right there. Some Simon. Oh,
Oh,
wait a
yeah.
second. Are we gonna have to
Hey.
break out the roosters and get punching?
Hey,
Oh, I hope so.
Oh shit!
Hey Dan, are
Oh,
we
no,
fucking
shit.
up Michael? Hey Dan, I had a Daredevil pull list. I was showing the guys some Lobo comics
Yeah.
that I had. I
Yeah.
was pulling my friend Jax, who worked at DC Marvel. He did some sketch cards. You know who John Jax Jacksman is?
I don't, but
You
it's a
don't?
cool
Oh, you
name.
haven't heard?
That's a
Is
cool
that a-
name.
Hammerschmidt?
Yeah, he's a good dude. It's a cool name, and you know what? The name does him justice. He's a good dude. He told me to go into Lobo, right? But what about Michael Bendis? I got some Daredevil comics from this asshole.
Yeah.
I met Bendis back before he was Mr. Daredevil or Ultimate Spider-Man. I met him at MegaCon back when he was writing Alias, and I was dressed as Lucifer from Poison Elves. He yelled out at me from across the island, like, "Hey, Lucifer!" And since,
at him.
you know, nobody else could possibly be Lucifer because I had these giant elf ears pointing
Whoa.
out, I walked over to the table and I talked to him for, you know, about a half hour about how much I enjoyed Alias and the different shit he was writing.
Look
Yeah,
at this
he's a good
guy,
dude.
Mr. Editor-in-Chief. Look at this fucking guy here. Wow, that's a fancy cover. There's so much snow it covers the artwork. Let's see what we got inside.
Is that Alex
Shall we?
Olive?
Shall we see what's inside?
Yeah.
I guess.
It's definitely
Yeah.
less exciting than the cover.
That's
Oh,
an ad.
look,
That was an
ad.
ad. That was an ad.
Cornwall
good
was
ad,
a
though.
We have to
terrible
get some
movie.
pages. There's like 5 ads in this fuck. Oh, 007, another day. Great. Yeah, so here's the beginning pages. Hey,
Looks cool.
you guys, I mean, I'm not an artist, but what do you think? Could we put a little more red in here, please?
Yeah,
Tonal.
you could. You could.
We probably could, and then it would encompass the entire fucking issue, and it would just be if we could get more red in here, maybe they splash some ink on it. I mean,
If we put some blue in there, we could use Phil's
Fucking
3D
Daredevil.
glasses. and
That's
have a good
true.
time with it.
That's very true.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Marvel.
Get that
It's
3D.
Marvel Knights.
That's
Okay,
very
this
true.
is what they're doing, and this isn't even a new issue. This is
What was that?
Years.
2000? What is
That was
that?
from years
2000?
that's what EBS is talking about.
Really?
Look,
That's bloody
here.
well 2004.
Yeah.
it gets better. It gets better, Phyllis, because you go 5 pages in, and then everything's fucking blue. That's fancy.
Wait.
Way to go,
That's
Marvel.
See that?
Way to go. Way to make everything.
Ryan,
Suck.
have you been drinking tonight?
I mean, what's the definition of drinking?
Have you consumed alcohol? I mean, that's
Okay, well, that's fair. Okay, sure. I've had a little bit.
What's it? What? It depends on what the meaning of is.
Well, I mean, I've been time traveling tonight, so
Well, it's only
you know,
2 letters, but let's discuss it, fellas. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. Spence,
But-
are you actually there, or did you just like pop into?
Oh,
Great
yeah,
dot.
I'm getting fucked up and just soaking it all in right now.
Oh my God, it's got a voice. What up, Spence? How you doing?
Spencer.
Spencer, there he is.
What's going on? Just give me a second.
Okay.
Whose chick,
yeah, come
whose
on in.
chick is screaming in the
we
back?
have a
Whose
second
chick is
to
that?
spare, but only a
Filling
second.
provisions.
We have a second to spare, but only a second. So make it count.
Yeah. So what's up,
Well,
Dan?
Mr. Punch has
It's
been
over.
saying he's going to jump into the chat or into the stream for a little while now, so I goaded him until he jumped on.
Who?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
Spencer.
I'm not going to rip the
Ryan.
comic in half. I'm not
Ryan.
going to get crazy with it, but what?
Definitely don't rip it in half. What's
No.
up, Phil?
Don't rip it.
What's
No,
up?
I
Phil?
was saying what's
Oh,
up.
come
man.
on, it was terrible.
Oh man, I've been working. I showed a little bit of it on here. I've been working on this Black Flag, Red Sonja cover. Black Flag, Evil Ernie.
Dude, I'm so excited, man.
Working on. I just did a commission, a cable commission. I've got a Juggernaut to do. Another cable commission. Someone just commissioned me to do a geisha from Black Flag, so I'm going to be doing that.
Sweet.
Fucking dynamite to commission me to write fucking Evil Ernie.
That'd be
That'd be
crazy,
awesome.
right?
That'd
Oh
That
my
would be
God,
crazy.
I always forget they got all that shit.
They got good stuff over there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you got some
Oh, boy.
classic Ron Lim. Ryan's got some classic Ron Lim down there.
I like those. Those are some of my posts.
So-
These are things I'm reading now. Just
I
when
got
shit
something
up all that.
special in the mail. Since we're talking about Evil Ernie and Polito's me homie,
That,
I
yeah,
got something
Polito's a good
special
dude.
in the mail.
Hey, homie.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
All
Open
right.
it. It's from Coffin Comics, guys.
It's
Hey,
from
homie,
Coffin
Polito.
Comics. Oh,
Oh, it's from Brian. Okay, it's
Don't,
gonna be
Oh,
good.
don't dox yourself, Luke.
Oh,
It's
some
just
Hey,
Evil Ernie, huh?
heretics in there.
Hey, maybe it has.
so I figure a live
Maybe that's
unboxing
it.
is in order.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Gemini mailer.
Yeah.
Gemini
It is
mailer.
good. You know, everything comes pristine.
Hell
Get
with.
certificate of authenticity. Everything's coming directly from.
Oh,
yeah.
he's got a certificate. I didn't realize that he does that.
Brian's so cool though, huh?
Every single Kickstarter that he's done has come with the certificate of authenticity.
And what do you think? Is that added value in your mind? Like, do you feel like it's added value, or can you take it or leave it?
From Brian Polito.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's done that for
What you
years. He
asked
did that
for.
back in the Chaos Comics days. He used to do, little one color, black and white certificates of authenticity. Look at all this. Look at all this. Buttons and stickers
packed.
and pins. Oh my.
Guitar picks.
we've got some guys from our studio. Hey Dan,
Yeah.
we've got some guys from our studio that did work. Or Deers Verma did a couple issues for. I think he was in on one of the Kickstarters with Brian Polito.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's a cover artist for us. He did like a Victor Champion piece for us, I think, too. And he worked for IDW, Dark Horse, and Brian too. So
Hold on a second.
All right,
Brian's
there's
good
a
shit, though.
wicked
Yeah,
cool
I mean, everybody
print
likes
here,
him. You don't have to.
but it's a bit too much titty milk.
Whoa. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Let's see it. Break it out.
Yeah, that's an overstatement. Now, come on.
Oh, Lord
What are you,
have
full?
mercy.
I mean,
Lord have
what's too much, really? Is that when you're full, or is it when it's all?
You kicked
Hold on.
him.
I didn't mean to kick you, bro. Hold on.
Too much titty milk, brother.
That wasn't my finger that kicked him. All right.
Greg is a fan of the titty milk.
I love titty milk.
Who's
bro.
not a fan of the titty milk?
Yeah,
Shit.
brother.
Oh man.
Yeah, Brian always does
and-
the alternate.
and then on the
cover,
back of that
the
one,
package.
Look at this. This is the main event right here. Look at this gorgeous cover.
Oh yeah.
Like and
So,
signed by the
little
man
bit of glare.
himself, the main fiend.
I know,
Fucking
right?
Sworn Life.
And the
Look at that.
interiors are beautiful too. It's not
Oh,
just like,
Brian
it's not
always
a
does it
shiny
upright.
turd. When you get Brian Polito, it's not a shiny turd. The interiors are really good. What is it? CC De La Cruz is still coloring for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's always legit.
He hires some
Side
wildly
too.
talented
Yo-
dudes.
So-
too,
But he gets so much money. I mean, he's got the his crowd's so big. Like it
That's
always
because
looks-
we
like, he does
Fiend
all the
Nation,
color.
baby. We love this. This is what we, this is what
Yeah,
we do.
man. No, he
I mean,
rocks it.
dude,
Yeah, absolutely. I love
Look
to
at
see it.
this. A
He's a good
pin.
guy.
Oh, that's a cool pin. Hold
Yeah.
on a second. I gotta check something on the tubes. I think
Hey, Spencer, I saw you on Alternate Comics the other day. It's good to see you again, dude.
What's going on, Ryan?
Hey, yeah, it was good to see you. You were great that night. And it's good to see you again, man.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure which night because it's all been a blur lately, but
That's all right. No, I
thanks
mean,
for tuning in, man.
It's
Yeah,
hard to tell what's
absolutely.
going on when you don't leave your
Yeah,
house,
beer.
huh?
Yeah, right.
it's a
I've been in
weird
self-imposed lock-in
thing.
for like 2 weeks, dude. I
Oh,
saw
there's
this
Jay
shit
Money.
coming months ago and tried to warn people.
Evil!
well, I'm
Jay
not in
Money,
good
let's see
shape
what Jay
tonight.
Money's got here. Hold on. Jay Money's got his evil Ernie
Oh
out.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's like the shit I grew up on.
There it
Give me
is.
that any day.
My man.
Can
Look
y'all
at
see
that.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can never
cool.
go wrong with a hog and some fucking evil Ernie, bro. That's beautiful.
Give me a
I'm
couple
on
more
my
drinks
phone,
and I'll
so
do it for
the
fun.
quality on the screen looks a little worse.
That's all right. Who's evil Ernie fighting there? That looks like Cloak from Cloak and Dagger.
It's
Who's that?
Cremator.
Oh, Cremator.
Good old
Yeah.
Stephen Hughes, baby. Stephen Hughes.
Yeah.
That tells the story
R.I.P.
in itself. Who wants to be fucking burned
Right.
to oblivion?
Dude,
mean,
I
come on.
actually got some Cremator comics in a box of comics that my LCS, the lady that runs my shop,
Whoa,
gave me.
what is that straight to hell? Is that an ash can? What is that?
Yeah.
Just-
No, that one you're holding. Oh no,
The
wait.
straight to
you're
hell.
holding.
No, that's a cover A. It's cover A.
Why
This
is
is
it
a
so
coffin.
small?
This is right here. This one's oh yeah, the
I have
ash
to
can.
say-
Yeah, I think this is Wizard.
Okay,
If
I
I'm
was
not
about to say
mistaken.
that's the size of an
it's
ash
like I don't even
can.
think
What
I've
is
ever
that?
seen that.
Yeah, that's super
Yeah.
cool, man.
God, Hughes was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
man,
man.
he died of a heart attack. Man, broke my heart.
Yeah.
Dan, are you gonna do some sort of ash can for your campaign?
Yeah, there actually exists a Black Flag ash can. So what we're gonna do is a replica version
Is that a
of
fucking
the ash
all
can.
red metallic
I'll
cover?
show you what it looks like. Hold
Sweet.
on.
That's fucking bonkers.
Yeah, that cover looks awesome.
Right?
Yeah, you like this red
I
one
don't
right
care
here?
what the art is. It's stupid. and I
Oh,
love it.
purgatory! Yes,
be
I have that
Everything
one.
I've seen recently from Brian, it's always CC Dela Cruz's coloring. Does he have anybody else coloring for him, or like special
know.
stuff? Or it seems like she's
I
doing
mean,
everything. She's super talented. I mean, I don't
Does
blame
he
him.
need anybody
No,
else coming
Christ,
for him? Shit.
No, I mean she's fucking awesome. It's not like he
was
does,
that in,
but
was
You
that
know,
in
the
That's
thing
a lot
about
of
it is
product.
he always gets
Everything
good
goes
people on his
crowdfunding
stuff, man.
for $1 million
He
bucks.
always gets top-notch people to produce top-notch
Phil, you're
artwork
cracking
for
me
his
up, bro.
imprint.
Hey guys, I'm gonna
I mean,
talk
come
about
on, it's
the
just a bunch of-
the
you're gonna have
Black
somebody
Flag
else.
ash can right here. Okay, I'm gonna go full screen on it.
Yes, brother. Let's see it.
Spencer's roaching it up. I love it. This is going to be the ash can that's available.
Yes.
That's going to be through
Nice.
the thing. We're going to do a perfect replica, with the exception we're going to take off the Youngblood ad because Youngblood has nothing to do with it. We're gonna you're gonna see all of issue 1 in its wonderful black and white glory.
Yes.
You're going to see some old history, origins of Gorilla.
Is that cover an intentional throwback to that classic Punisher cover?
No, you know what? This is actually just a slice of art from his first appearance. I still
I
own,
like that, Dan.
I still own.
I just love
like
that weird.
that. I
I
like the
can't even
beret
ever
on
remember
that,
the
too.
number of it.
And
But
you served, didn't you, Dan?
I did
You
not.
served too.
I
Oh,
didn't.
you didn't.
I didn't.
He served
no,
the titty milk though.
no, I broke into comics right as the Gulf War was happening. So
Yeah.
I was the age for the Gulf War, but my number wasn't.
And you
called.
have a family too. I'm signed up for the draft, but
Oh,
I had a
cool.
family right away before
Oh man.
before that war broke out. I remember.
Yeah.
I
No,
went
I
to
was
college.
about to. It's
I mean,
crazy.
you and I are family guys. How many? I mean,
Dude, that original
actually, it
was
doesn't matter how many
huge.
kids you have. I have three.
I have
I have
4
three
kids.
boys.
I have
all
2
boys.
boys and 2 girls.
I was like, was that even a full size
Cool,
board, Dan?
It was
Yeah, I
a
know
full size board.
Dude, from the
Yeah.
screen, I
That
know your
big.
kids are very
I
close.
was like, it didn't look like it was filling the sleeve.
I've got a
All right.
teenager. I've got a 16-year-old, 11-year-old, and a newborn. So
That's my spread
Still,
here.
brother.
I got a 15, 8, 6, and 1. So
nice,
yeah,
man.
we're pretty,
So you have 4
we're
kids.
pretty
So,
wild.
but, you know, we're probably around the same age. I'm 38.
You
Oh,
guys have
dude,
plenty for all of us.
I'm almost 47, bro. So
38
are?
too, Brady.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you're aging well.
Thank you. That's fine.
Is that because you shaved it off and it started turning gray? That's why you fucking
Yeah, I'm turning gray,
went with
but
the forehead?
I smoke a lot of pot, and
I
that
look
keeps
older
you
than
young.
Dan.
So what?
Yo,
It gives a
Frega, how do you
man.
feel about
Yeah,
olive
man.
oil?
Okay, slow down. One
Glad
at a
you-
time. One at a time.
All right.
Do you mean olive oil like Popeye and olive oil?
No, hollow foil, dude.
Oh, hollow foil. I thought you said olive oil. I'm like,
I'm gonna
I
cook
like
with
it.
olive oil occasionally, but you know, hollow foil.
I like
How you feel
hollow
about
foil.
hollow foil?
I think it's interesting. I think hollow foil is very interesting. I'm not sure what's up with chromium. I'm in talks with chromium, but the format, I don't know if you guys are familiar. You guys remember The Dark Knight from 1986, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that DVD series. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of DC animated. There's fucking
Yeah.
the best in the world.
So that's
Best anime in the world.
what's up on the Black Flag is going to be coming out in that format. So it's going to have that nice square bound. It's going to have a spine.
Yes.
So I don't know
Well,
if
then
chromium's going to happen, but hollow foil, that's a fucking awesome idea. Thank you, Luke. You can when that shit comes out, you can pat yourself on the back for sure.
It just the reason Dan was talking about DC anime. Did you guys see the recent DC? What was it? Red Sun.
Uh,
see-
Oh,
no,
the
not
cartoon?
really. No.
But I read the comic back in the day.
Yeah, I don't like
I-
communism. So
I fucking broke like a pussy, and I had to buy it because I couldn't wait for it to fucking be an animated. And we bought it. I watched it with my old lady. which was great. 'Cause she's smoking hot and she likes nerdy shit like me, so it was fun.
My
It
man.
was good. Oh yeah. Oh, I was telling.
Man.
Oh, fuck, Dan. I meant to tell you,
Yeah.
dude. I was telling fucking EVS. He drew Vampirella
Yes.
for the crossover cover for fucking. Dude, he drew her just like my wife. Oh,
Nice,
Jesus.
dude.
Yeah, he did.
Is that Kathy Christensen? No, that's a different
did.
one.
Dude, my wife's a looker, man. I'm telling
That's
you.
it.
This
as
is Mike S.
all
Miller's
of our
wife
wives.
right here.
Yeah, I showed him a picture of her, and he liked it. He approved.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was just it was.
I have no idea.
I know this
What
is
about-
this
Somebody
stream
just say
is
that
pure
Mike's
madness.
wife is Vampirella?
That's not
No,
his wife.
Yeah, bro.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's a different brunette girl.
All right, listen, everybody, go look up Bianca Beauchamp,
All right.
Vampirella. You'll thank me later. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just
My
saying.
buddy Sim knows her. He
And all that.
showed me pictures of her all the time.
I have like the attention span of like a 5-year-old right now, so
That's
Yeah.
all right.
I'm not looking up shit.
Yeah, well,
That must be awesome. Just have the.
well, I mean, if you don't have to leave the house,
And a
that means you can
5-year-old
drink
now.
all
I
day,
have-
right?
I have the attention span of 5-year-old all the time. What's it like to just have it just be situationally?
John Malin, the
anything
coach
done.
in the
Dialing
chat.
it in for the night.
Say what about that? What's up?
What
with
up, Wolf
She was
Milk?
voodoo. What up, Malin?
Yeah,
Dan
Malin's in the
Fragga
chat.
got titty milk.
Oh, what's
John
up?
Malin got
What's up,
wolf
Malin?
milk.
He tuned into a
Sorry, man.
great stream.
Yeah. Hey,
Belligerent.
Malin, if you want to come in, I guess I have a tops. I have a tops of 6 people. I could kick myself.
No, brother, please don't.
Impressive. Do it on
Please.
camera right now.
What
don't
is
know.
up, John? This is
I got
been mayhem.
that much whiskey left. You think I can handle it?
I think you can. I've got this
I
much
know
in
your
my
face.
cup.
Fucking
I know
score.
your face
Yeah,
is feeling
yeah,
fresh
yeah.
right now.
Right.
Ready? He's got a glass. That's a handsome glass you got there, Dan.
Thanks, man. It's a coffee mug. It's a coffee
Yeah,
mug
absolutely.
that doubles.
Well, no, I was talking about the liquor in it. That's a handsome glass of liquor.
Oh,
right there.
thanks, man.
No,
What I
No,
do-
just
Yeah.
listening. Yeah,
I
that's
need
that.
another
You're in
drink.
the
I would too,
I'll be back
John.
in a minute.
Good call.
you guys, this is madness. You know the reason I smoke weed in the first place is that my thoughts sound like 6 radios on at the same time,
Yeah.
and then I smoke some weed and I can hear one. But you guys are fucking that up.
I mean,
Why do you
Don't
think
blame
I got
me,
whiskey,
Dan.
homie?
So he just told he smokes weed so that he can experience what's going on right now all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the reverse of it.
yes.
The reverse.
Oh,
of
nice.
it.
Yeah, it takes it. Oh, okay, it slows it down. All right.
The reverse of it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or you
Yo.
can just tell us to shut the fuck up.
Oh, I'm nicer than
Hey,
that.
hey, any of
No,
you ever seen Da Vinci's
Hey, I have
Demons?
thick skin. That's all right.
All right, hold on a second. Say it again, Luke.
Da Vinci's Demons. Anybody
No.
ever seen that?
No, what is it?
All right, it's a show on Stars. It's historical fiction about Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay.
Go check it out. There's a scene in there where he explains why he uses opium, and it's very much the reason you just gave, Dan.
Yeah, man. I want to hear my thoughts. If I got a million thoughts coming and like, let's say there's 100 thoughts and 20 of them are gems, and I can't hear any of them, I need to slow that shit down just so I can see the 80% crap and kick it out.
Hashtag no more thoughts.
Hashtag thoughts be gone.
Yeah.
Thoughts
please.
be gone.
Hashtag fuck life. That's my favorite.
That's great.
Okay, go ahead,
We
sir.
need this back.
Dude, J Money, you got all kinds of old ass chaos shit. What are you doing up in there? You just
Yeah,
going through
bro.
your entire chaos collection?
Yeah, bro. Y'all bring back the memories.
Dude, it's just like walking through my childhood right now.
Oh, I
Man,
had that bitch
I'm
upside
having
down. I
flashbacks.
didn't do
have you been
it.
checking out what Brian's been doing with
Okay.
Coffin, man? Dude, he's
Yeah,
building a new
it's good
universe.
stuff. It's good stuff. Captain
Yeah,
Canada
man.
says, you guys need a conch. And
Like,
that's a Lord of the,
That's
that's a
exactly
Lord
what I
of the
was thinking.
Flies. That is a Lord of the Flies reference. That the man with the conch gets to talk.
okay.
Yeah, and you know what? Ethan
Yeah.
Van Sciver, my man, Uncle E, has been teaching me because I come on his stream.
I'm done for.
he
Don't they
says-
kill the fat kid?
Think about radio, right? Think about radio. That people are listening to this, and when there's 6 dudes talking at once, it's hard to hear. And that's it.
Listen. Okay, hold on a second. I'm live.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna mute you out. I'm gonna mute you. Give me a hands up when you're done. It's getting brutalized. You all good, man? Oh, he muted himself. That's awesome. Listen, lady. Listen, fine wife of mine. What do you got there? That's what I hear, man. I hear she's a beautiful lady. Look at that. What is that? Is that like an embossed chrome, bro?
Oh my God! Is that the gold or the chrome?
I can't.
The chrome, isn't it?
Bro, I was not even 20 years old when I ordered this. I don't even remember.
That's awesome.
This is none of these books have ever been open. I know you guys like reading the books, but I never touched them.
That's another thing to think about, man. Embossed. Like if we're gonna bring back the '90s titty milk, embossed, gold foiled. I mean, nothing gaudy, but fun and tasteful like that.
How did I make my head all big? I don't like that. My head's big enough. Hey Ryan, I'm gonna kick you right now, man. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I know you got some crazy shit going on. So. He's got a hot wife to deal with.
Yeah, to deal with, right?
We're gonna slow down the magic. Good guy, but I think he's been twisting or sipping or both. But it is all good.
Lockdown.
Lockdown is a crazy thing. So speaking of chaos, I'm going to show you guys again, for those of you who haven't been watching.
That was just method acting.
The layouts for this is my Black Flag Evil Ernie cover layout. We got the Black Flag team sitting back there.
Damn, that's a lot of characters.
It is. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm a glutton for punishment, believe me. And then here we go. This is the Red Sonja one. See butt? I put the butt.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Dude, you a glutton for making shit fun to look at. That's what you a glutton for.
Well, this is the thing, man. Like I had a conversation with Kyle Holtz, and we were talking about
great artist.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah, we were talking about what keeps us doing the insanity we do, because sometimes you go, yeah, I've been here 14 hours and I've got another like 3 to go, and I've got another 100 bullet shells and 20 rock bits and falling debris. The kind of stuff that keeps me going is classics, right? Classic comics. And you look at a classic that you like. I'm a fan of Michael Golden, so I'll look at Avengers Annual 10 or Doctor Strange 55, and I look at those and I go, here it is 30 years later, and I still want to stare. I look at that. There's some Holtz love right there. And I go, I want to make stuff that people look at. And the idea is pain is temporary. These comics are forever. Like pain is temporary, film is forever. Go hard. You only get the one time. You only get the one time. Look at that shit. J Money, what is that?
Right. It's like, I got this one, and now there's 3 of them.
Yes, Skeletor.
So I told Luke about 2 months ago that one of these books, When I Meet You, is for him. Awesome. So when you sign it, I'm going to hand it right to him.
My man.
My blind ass was like, what is that?
My man. What up, Leg Kick in the house? Mighty Wolf, good to have you here, man. Skits Comic, good to see you again. We got to hear about Skits Comic earlier today. About a guy who is living a life, whether he doesn't know if it's a dream or reality. Sounds like pretty awesome stuff.
I know what that's like.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I have been there myself.
J Money, are you Justin?
Yeah, bro, I'm Justin.
Oh, what up, brother?
See, now I know. I'm like J Money. Now it's always been random. Now I get it. Now I get it.
What up? Skull, brother.
Straight magic. Raising one up for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Raise a glass.
Skull.
Like
J Money is now J Money. So now we know.
Right.
Spencer is Rooster Puncher.
Skull, Rooster Puncher, Skull Phil.
My name is
Boom.
My name is Kelly Clarkson. And we are in the house.
Damn, Kelly, you changed.
Hey, since you've been gone.
Man, she has changed.
Yes, she has.
Phil,
hey, man,
how did we get here?
How did we get here? That's right. What is that? Is that
Four
Loco? What is that? Ice?
Oh, God. Four Loco is evil. Stay away from it.
The shit that we used to hate, that we would drink, but we hated, but we call it engine cleaner, was, you remember Steel Reserve?
Oh, yeah.
You guys ever have Steel Reserve?
Oh yeah,
Man, that
Colt
shit.
45s.
Oh God, Steel Reserve. I'm thinking about that shit. I'm like, man, if I need to clean a motor, I'm just pouring a can of that shit on the motor because it's that bad.
Like
You got that
$1.50,
Planet of
40s.
the Apes. Let's take a closer look. Ooh, that's some Kirby. What is that? That looks like
Marvel
man,
back in the 70s. They had
That's
every
yeah.
old
This is
school
the
shit right
movie.
there.
This is
That's
the movie
excellent.
adaptation.
That's excellent. I love that. Love it.
Dude, that's like the old Battlestar Galactica comics and shit.
Oh yeah.
I just love anytime I see those for cheap, I pick those up just because the fucking art is insane. Like I know nothing about that series. Don't ask me about it, but
You need to get on that series. The 70s series was excellent.
Yeah, and what is it? I think Steranko's Outland. I think it's called.
Demon in a Bottle! Holy shit, dude!
That shit's awesome.
Yeah.
Back when Iron Man was interesting.
Dude, Bob Layton brought Iron Man back from the brink of cancellation. They didn't care about the book, so they just let him fucking run wild with it, and look what he did with it.
Well, you know what? That seems to be what ends up happening. So, for example, another case of them not knowing what to do with a book and letting someone come on and run wild is Rob Liefeld on New Mutants.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They knew they were canceling that book. The same thing happened with Stephen Platt. They knew they were canceling Moon Knight. They put someone on. They said, fuck it, do what you want. And bazinga. You know? Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Dude, I did a recreation of that cover.
Ooh. That's awesome.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, that was the first Hulk I ever bought. That was the very first Hulk I ever
Look at that
bought.
fucking cover.
Yeah, it's magic. That's fucking magic right there.
Todd was always good at telling stories with just the pictures that he had. He didn't have to have words.
Yeah, we call that iconography, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's legit for real.
I was
storytelling on a cover.
While I was speaking of McFarlane, I was packaging
Covers
up all
are now
the.
Just like portfolio pieces. What were you saying, Zayd?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's fun. No, I was packaging up all the books to get shipped out, and I had the Spawn series on the TV, watching through all the episodes of it.
Dude,
talking about
the
animated
HBO series?
Yeah, the animated. Why did I become big?
I had it.
Dude,
Yeah, no,
I
you're
have it
good.
all on DVD. That shit was great.
I'm gonna
that
do
was
that.
like when HBO was like really premier shit, and you were doing good if you had HBO at home. Like,
yeah,
that was way back in the day. Like, I had to be like 10 years old when that came out.
In the living room to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's buddy, his stepdad had fucking HBO, and we'd go over there and watch it all the time.
You guys ever know what the acronym HBO stands for?
Home box office?
No, it's Hey, Beastmaster's on.
Dude, I love Beastmaster. That movie's fucking great. Are you kidding me?
They had a series too in the early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
That's how you ended up on He-Man.
Yep.
Wait, hold up. Was that like one of those USA TNT series?
Ryan is back. Welcome back. I kicked you, bro. I kicked you because it seemed like some crazy was happening over there. You got to turn your mic back on.
You're all chipmunk.
What the
fuck? This is insanity.
Dan, help us.
What is going on?
Broski, are you okay?
Chip and Dale.
I can't hear you at all.
Nope.
Here, I'm going to mute and unmute. Try it again.
Yeah, I know that the Spawn series is on Amazon Prime right now for free, so if anyone has it. It's crazy. The voice acting is so good.
Yeah, what happens if like the servers decide to shit the bed? Huh?
David?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, Keith David's awesome.
I've got fucking...
Dan, did you see Spawn's in...
What happens when the internet dies? Tell me that.
Did I see what Spawn which? Say it again.
Spawn is in the new Mortal Kombat.
Salamandroid cover. I got that shit.
That's what I heard about, man. I heard he's in the new Mortal Kombat, which is excellent, and there's going to be a toy to go with it.
Yeah.
There's also a Deadpool skin for a Spawn in Mortal Kombat.
No,
it's more like a skinless hot dog skin that happens to resemble Deadpool a little bit.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
What's up, Vinny?
Vinny!
Welcome.
Hey, if y'all haven't gone and checked out Into the Woods, go check that shit out because Vinny is fucking.
Vinny is a boy. Yeah, he's one of the boys.
Yeah.
I love me some Angry Vinny.
Excellent. I've never seen Angry Vinny.
Angry Vinny, is that what they call him on the strip?
That's what I call him.
He goes on these rants. That's great.
Sometimes we need to rant, man.
Yeah,
his
go
last
off.
name is Italian.
Let it out.
Fuoco nelle vene. You know? When we get heated, we get heated.
Awesome.
See, I'm Irish on my dad's side, but I'm Italian on my mom's side. So I get the best of both worlds.
What the hell? What is that chipmunky sound?
That's Ryan. He's trying to talk.
Chipmunking
Okay,
for some
I
reason.
haven't taken any psychedelics today.
It's
No,
like,
we're hearing it, brother.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Psychotropic.
I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you one more time.
Yeah, try
And
rejoining.
then, come back. Come back.
Bring some Vinny in.
It's like
That's
chipmunking.
crazy.
That was fucking bonkers. It's like, how fucked up am I?
Malin,
I know it
I
happened.
know you sitting at home and you watching this and you laughing.
I'm looking
Yo,
at
you
Luke.
guys-
here.
Did you guys ever see the movie Fear and
Oh,
Loathing?
shit.
Fear and Loathing.
I think I have that whole
Yes.
series.
No.
Okay.
That movie make you feel like you're on drugs even if you
Okay.
aren't on any.
Do you remember when
Oh,
he
no,
takes
it's
the
not in here.
adrenochrome and everything turns like a pinkish color, like the whole room and everything is pink? Well, it was the very first time I'd ever had an edible before,
Yes.
and it was a cookie, and I was watching that movie at night, and the room it kicked in. My cookie kicked in when the room turned pink in the show, and the TV was pink and lit my room up pink. So I thought the whole world was pink. It was not a good place.
That's
It was
kind of
not a
like
good
mescaline.
place. Yeah, I don't know about mescaline. I have not done it.
Oh.
But,
We have 2 bags of.
I
didn't do it intentionally.
oh man, that's not okay.
My
did that to you is not
buddy
okay.
mixed up my tinfoil with a friend's tinfoil, and
Oh,
I did
no.
mescaline and LSD at the same time one night.
Oh man,
That's some
That
real
is-
spiritual shit.
it sounds scary. Sounds
Dude.
scary.
That's like flying with eagles and talking to animals that aren't there. Like,
Well, no wonder you were able to write Void Walker. That's good shit, dude.
I feel like this stream tonight, my first stream was very much on the rails. I feel
Yes.
like Ozzy
this one
Osbourne
doesn't know what those are.
got up. This is called getting the engine revved up. I was talking about getting the engine
We're
of Black
blowing
Flag
out
revved
the
up, but
carbon
you
tonight,
guys,
man.
Get a notebook. Tonight we're talking about peyote.
yeah, we're here. Peyote button, mescaline, adrenochrome, all that stuff. That's
You ever just cut your forehead?
4 things that I want to try that we've mentioned in the stream.
Yeah,
God.
Ryan, if you're still in the chat, dude, you can come back. I just didn't know what the chipmunk stuff was. I thought I heard Dave yelling Alvin, but I wasn't sure. Was not sure.
Maybe his
Yeah,
wife
crazy.
poured some like coffee on his computer, and now it's all messed up.
I don't know.
thought
man.
when this stream first
Vinny,
started,
you know,
J Money
you
had
could
like a
jump in.
gigantic mustache
Saying,
when he was sitting in the dark,
It was crazy.
and he doesn't.
It was crazy.
So
so
Dan,
what
what
is everybody reading right now? Since none of us can fucking go anywhere, what is everybody reading right now?
I've been reading a Frank Frazetta book, a book about Frank Frazetta's life. It's right here. It's called Frank Frazetta, Art and Remembrance by Frank Frazetta Jr. And it's basically a retrospect of Frank Frazetta's work as seen through the eyes of his son. So it's pretty damn cool. You know, it's front row seats on some of the Frazetta stuff. And if you guys don't already follow on Instagram, there's
Wait,
an
were
account
those
called
actually fish tanks?
Frazetta Girls. You talking about J Money?
Sarah Fazetta's a friend
There
of
were
mine.
fish
She
tanks
posts
the
wonderful
whole
stuff.
time.
Sarah posts great stuff, and one of the things that she's been doing is she's been going to the Frazetta Museum and doing walkarounds from painting to painting on Instagram Live. And man, holy smokes! Vinny Art wants to come in. Come on in, my
Bring
brother.
in some Vinny, man.
Feel free to come on. Just click that link
Welcome to the party.
and you'll be in.
Yes, tell us about your toy days.
Tell us about the toy days of making
Oh
toys.
yes, I want to hear some motherfucking Todd
Come
McFarlane
scream at
stories
me
from
in
both of y'all.
Italian.
I've been reading the 70s run on The Shadow that Denny O'Neil wrote, getting some inspiration for my next book.
Man, Denny can write some fucking noir crime shit like nobody else. Man.
He can write anything he wants, man. He was one of the best.
True. But I mean, you know, he feels at home when he's writing crime noir. I mean, look at the shit he did with Batman.
Right.
You know? Toy stories.
Yeah. Tell us how you will design Black Flag toys if you were to. I like how Mike does his work, man. He's like, yo.
Not even if you were to. Mike's just like, tell us how you're gonna make them toys.
Yeah. Hey, Vinny,
Mike knows his Black Flag shit.
He does. Vinny, are you not seeing the link, dude?
I'll send it to him on Twitter.
Yeah, no, I've been putting it in the chat, man.
I got you.
With much articulation.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I learned about toys back in the day, Todd was talking about when he had started his toy company, and he was talking about the cost of tooling that goes across a toy. So like when you look at a toy, this is in $1995. Every point of articulation in 1995 on a toy costs 13 cents to produce. So if an elbow bends, that's 13 cents. If a wrist bends, that's 26 cents. You know, so forth and so on, 39 cents. So every time you see something that's super articulated, that's 13 cent after 13 cent. And working at Mattel, some of the stuff that they do, I got to work with some of the designers over there. They shoot for the stars. They do everything they can for the best. And then someone comes in there and they do this thing called cost reduction because they got to get it to a certain price point. So when they sell it for whatever they sell it for, they can make the most money.
Dude, that's why the prototypes always look so fucking badass.
That's right. That's right.
That means 2 points of articulation costs as much as it is to make a pizza at Domino's.
Right. Right. Right.
I'll take the action figure.
And that's
we got our buddy Ethan. Ethan is streaming over on his side. I don't even know what he's doing. I should probably just open up a Ethan window over here on my.
It seems like he's going through blood honey.
I'm sensing a Vinny presence. I'm sensing Vinny's in the house. What up, Vinny?
Hey guys, how we doing?
Good.
Thanks for having me on.
Welcome,
brother.
Cool, man. How we doing?
It's good. We're doing good, man. Where are you? Are you in New Jersey? Where are you at?
No, I'm in Florida right now.
Oh, look at all that. Florida represent.
Part of Florida? What part of America's penis are you in?
America's penis. That's amazing.
I'm a little bit above Miami.
The vast
I'm a little bit above Miami.
You're what?
I'm a little bit above Miami.
All right, so you're getting close to Rob Willis country.
Rob Willis.
Right,
Rob Willis is the man.
I got you. I got Donald Malay, and I got Rob Willis. All right.
Rob Willis is the man. I got to hang out with him the first time earlier this month. I did a show in Miami for Superfan Con, and Rob came through, and we got to hang out. Gave him the very first Black Flag hat. He got the prototype. I got another one. I got the other prototype.
Totally not jealous. Not at all.
That's killer.
I'm jealous of him too.
You said it was SuperCon you went to?
Superfan Con. Yeah, it was at the airport convention center over in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Saturday night I was like, you know what? If I leave super early in the morning, I can make it down there. But
you should have, man. That would have been cool. That would have been a good surprise.
Dude, it would have been awesome to get to talk to you and Rob at the same time. Hell yeah.
I think the last one that I went to was back in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so shitty. I left during the show.
Oh dang.
Yeah, man. This is when the New York Comic Con people took over. Yeah. And they ruined it.
How did they ruin it? That's something. You know what's really interesting? So one of the very first conventions I used to do on the regular was the Pittsburgh Comic Con, right? Mm-hmm. I met the promoter, a gal named Renee George. She came to Dallas Fantasy Fair in 1993. Came through, told me about the show. First time I ever did it was 94. They always had it in April. What a wonderful show. I used to hang out with like Bernie Wrightson and like a lot of classic folks.
Nice.
Yeah, they used to come through. And then, the show got tainted because her husband, Michael, was convicted of murdering his ex-wife or his wife and, killed her. So then they called it MurderCon. And then I know it was a Dateline. Look it up. Look up Michael George, comic book killer.
Terrible name.
I was what stupid name did they give it?
This is real. So then they sold it, right? They sold it. And whoever the new promoter was, the reason I'm thinking about this is that they don't understand the culture of it. It's not apples to apples. Like when I go to a show, this is one of the things that I learned as a professional going. When I went to Portland and did the Rose City Con, the fans there wanted trade paperbacks. That's all they wanted. They didn't want prints. They didn't want commissions. They wanted trade paperbacks. And if I had brought The Grave with me, I would have sold gangbusters. But I brought prints and head sketches. Yeah. But when I went to Philly, people in Philly wanted commissions. They didn't want anything to do with trade paperbacks. Wow. So, and I'm realizing regionally, these shows, while they may be the same, you know, there's an artist alley, publisher, you know, whatever, every show is different. And like you said, New York went and picked up this other show. They may have tried to treat it like a New York show, which it is not.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even advertise. And then they had the sponsors, you know, that Bang energy drink?
Oh, yeah.
They had them on the floor, not in the lobby. They were on the floor. Yeah. And the music was so loud. It was like a nightclub. And guess who was right in front of their stage?
Who?
Yeah. There were two old-timers, Jose Delbo and Alan Bellman.
I know Delba. I don't know the other guy at all.
Alan Bellman was 5 at the time.
Okay.
95. He's in front. I said, Alan, are you doing all right? He goes, Vinny, it feels like my bones are shattering. They were that disrespectful to him. Right. And this is one of the guys who first drew Captain America as well.
Oh,
he was around that time.
Oh, shit.
And that's what you do? That's how you treat him?
Right.
He just passed away ago. He was a friend of mine. You know, to see him treated,
sorry.
It's all right, man. But yeah, to see how he was treated like that, that was infuriating. Absolutely
infuriating. It's really weird, man. A buddy of mine, we were talking about this, about how certain demographics in different parts of business get put out to pasture. And we were talking about music, how like music for some reason, a rock and roll person like a Paul McCartney or Mick Jagger or Robert Plant, these guys that are still alive, they're revered, like they're rock gods, and you see them and you can't believe it. But if like DJ Red Alert or Marley Marl or Curtis Blow came walking down the street, you're like, look at that has-been.
Yeah.
But these are fucking legends of hip hop. For some reason, hip hop, they throw them out like trash. And I feel like to a certain degree that happens to comic guys too. You know, it's like, why aren't you putting Joe Sinnott on a fucking pedestal and going, look at this man. He fucking inked the foundation of modern comics. And you know, when the first time I met Jack Kirby was San Diego Comic Con '89, he's just walking around. He looked like my grandpa. And I just walked up to him and started talking to him. But that guy's the guy that should have been, you know, like behind guards and revered, you know?
They have no respect for creators. Look what they did to Gary Frederick from the Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Dude, what they did to him on his last days. I helped him out. I gave him a piece of artwork because Steve Niles, he was doing something for him, and they were trying to get like some money for him. So I submitted that piece. Steve loved it because I met Steve a few times.
Steve's a good dude.
Yeah, he knew who I was. So they passed over to Gary. Him and his wife loved the piece. They said he was in tears from it. And I sent it over to him. I said, whatever you guys want to do, go for it. You know, if you need to put it up for an auction piece, whatever, doesn't matter. But, you know, give some respect. Give respect to those people. Don't try to sue them. And as they're sick, you hurt them even worse.
Right.
That was
man. When I heard the news that like Marvel was like sending the cease and desist on Gary Frank, that broke my heart. It's like, dude, this guy created this character that you're making millions off of. You made 2 passable movies with the character, but you know you're not doing anything to help out Gary. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's when you realize it's big company corporate stuff going on, you know.
Ill skits.
Right. Right.
It's insane.
I mean, that's the perfect thing. Before you got off your last stream, Dan, you're talking about freedom and how we are free to create what we want to create now.
Right.
You're talking about Jim Lee, how he still has to answer to Warner Brothers.
That's right.
I
You
miss
now,
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee.
He's gonna have a shitload to answer for soon.
No, I
Right
miss
there.
Jim.
Hold on,
I miss Jim on Wildcats.
Let's take a look at what Vinny's got. Through the Woods.
This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what we get to do. We get to make our own fucking books and kick ass.
Right.
I got 2 beautiful books.
Yes.
Look at the size of this thing.
Gorgeous.
You know? And this
Dude,
is what
I can't wait.
Dude, yeah. I should be going to print in about another 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm looking to fulfill all these guys. I've been busting my ass on these pages on everything. This is my test copy. So yeah, this is legit. What we're doing matters, you know.
Yeah.
Where can they find?
Already?
Where can
This is where comics is going.
Yeah, Vinny, where can they find if they want to pick up your book and your bookmark and everything? How can they find that?
Yeah, you either go to my Twitter page. I have all my links and stuff are pinned on the top.
Is it at Vinny Art, like your name is in the corner? You guys check that out. Right. Take a look at his stuff.
Oh yeah, this is 98 pages, beautiful work. You know, I'm gonna be. If anyone got the sketch here, I'm gonna be doing the drawing on the inside. Yeah. So you have a beautiful setup here. Look at this.
I mean, Vinny know how to draw a booty too. If that helps any of y'all.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, if you guys aren't aware of Vinny's work or his rapport in Comicsgate and crowdfunding comics, this guy is the gold standard of getting his books out to his backers. He every campaign he just steps up his game, and it's someone that I personally gets inspiration to for when I'm crowdfunding my own stuff.
Well, then I want to throw down at Super Hail. Hell
yeah, man! And I'm the first guy who's been really using this printer as well. Mix'em. I'm getting a lot of Comicsgate guys on them. The quality is amazing. I mean, this is a regular floppy, and you could hear
the pop.
How thick that is. Yeah,
it's like a snap on a hot dog.
How many pages is that?
This one's 32, front cover to back cover.
Beautiful.
But yeah, man, and they're the ones who did the hardcover as well. And this one's almost 100 pages. So we got a lot of great stuff. Yeah, last year I fulfilled 7 different books.
Yeah,
it was 4 campaigns, 7 different books.
That's heavy, man. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
And Vinny, you turned me on to the Mix'em printing as well, and they printed my comic, which we're shipping out tomorrow. We packed everything today and yesterday.
Hell yeah!
And you could still get it. It's in demand on Indiegogo, but we got this like awesome satin finished cover.
Well, you can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where can people find if they want to pick up Magic Cop? Where can they find that, Phil?
They could search. They could Google Magic Cop comic, and it'll take you to the Indiegogo page. Or you could, I have my handle down here for Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. Look at all this. Awesome. This thing is 92 pages of story, but it has some extra pages, and it's got interior covers. This is my first project, man. First graphic novel. We also have a ash can as well. It comes
Congrats,
with.
Man. These are huge.
So.
That ash can's got a cover by Elliot Fernandez.
Elliot Fernandez.
Yeah.
Where did Jay Money go?
Oh,
Jay Money was sitting there staring into space.
He's gone, bro.
And now he's gone.
He's gone to find more liquor. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael Green. Thank you.
By the way, I also have a Kelsey Shannon piece that's in this book. And it's going to be the cover to the ash can.
Where is Kelsey?
Dude, I love Kelsey. Kelsey's a trip.
I think Kelsey's still in the swamp. He's wandering around.
You know what? Kelsey has bunkered down to get some fucking work done. That's what Kelsey.
My man. My man. That's how you got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I got nothing but respect for Kelsey.
Got nothing but respect for you, Kelsey. Got nothing but Kelsey love.
He's a great dude. He did like a little promo for my campaign of this hot chick dancing. Oh, it's awesome.
Dude, he's good at fucking video editing. I dig his videos.
There's Jay Money.
It's back.
Justin
is Phil, back. I was asking you earlier, what does it feel like to have a living room full of comics that you and your brother fucking made and you're shipping out to backers? What does that feel like, dude?
It's insane, man. Just the whole, like 5 months of putting this thing together and finally having it in print, being able to flip through it and read it every day and, show to everybody. It's awesome, and having like 300 copies downstairs right now in my living room, shipping them out. It's amazing, and the community is great. Like, even we're still getting backers. We've sold our first original art piece of Ted Lehman. This awesome artist did this promo piece for us that we sold the original art for. So it's awesome getting actually building a fan base, and I couldn't have done it without Comicsgate.
Totally, man. Yeah. Phil and his brother, they're killer. We've all been jumping on each other's streams, promoting the hell out of one another. That's what it's about. It's a real brotherhood. It's not that fake one that's out there, the one that a lot of these so-called professionals are doing.
Well, I'll tell you the thing that's really interesting, because I just crossed. I've always been Comicsgate friendly, mostly because I've known Ethan since we were kids. When I say that, I mean I'm like 22. We're like 22 years old. I've known Ethan since 1995. I did variant for Cyberfrog #2 way back in the day. But ever since that I made it official, like where I just straight up said I am Comicsgate, I've had shit thrown at me. I've had friends tell me no, I mean not real actual shit, but like if you go on Twitter and look up,
dude,
like,
I've seen the shit.
People calling,
they will come for you.
Yeah, people calling me imitation dog shit and like I fucking suck. I've always sucked. Who am I to talk about comics? Blah blah blah. I've had friends tell me, "Hey man, just leave my name out of it if you can, please." You just go, holy smokes, man. Like all I said is I want to make good comics and get them out to fans. But for some reason, you guys talk about intolerance and prejudice, but yet you're intolerant and prejudiced.
Most intolerant, yeah.
It's kind of incredible how hardcore the antis can be. And some of the most unreasonable shit I've ever seen. Like, obviously, the Snowflake and Safe Space made me go, whoa, what?
There is not,
in the
fucking world,
right? And then the other thing was yesterday. I caught wind of this girl lacing into J. Scott Campbell's artwork, and it was one comment in particular, and it reminded me of another one. Like, there's this guy Doonesbury, right? He did the comics, Scott something or other. I forget his full name. But he voted for Trump. I don't give a fuck who you voted for. It's your American right to vote for whoever you wanted to. If you wanted to vote for Hillary, good on you. If you wanted to vote for Donald Trump, good on you. But this person is saying that he should not be able to make money, that he should basically lose his privileges and rights because he voted for the president that they didn't want. And you go, hold up. You're telling me you believe you should live in a country where someone is persecuted and has their rights and privileges taken away because they exercise their fucking legal right? Fuck you. You're insane. And then
double-edged
sword. And then I see this girl. Sorry, I love women, man. I love them all. Seriously, I love all women. I think women are amazing. I thank God for them. You know what? Here's a Mark Twain quote. Where men would be without women? Mighty scarce. So I love women. But when someone says he should have no rights because he drew Black Widow in a way you don't like, he should have no rights. This is what I'm opposed
Dark
to.
Shit.
Exactly. That's what happened to me. They attacked me. Through the Woods was the first campaign.
Was it?
Yeah, of this year. It was the very first campaign, right before Cecil and Sweetcast, and she came after me. Not those two that they were doing better than me. She came after me because I drew sexy women, and they don't like that. And I told her, like, I'm not going to get into fights with these people. So when I was on my own stream, I said basically, listen, it's not that hard. You don't have to be jealous. Eat right, do your squats. You don't have to be a fat fuck.
Yeah.
And I was done with her.
You know what? Fuck squats.
You know what, man? There's a crazy double standard that happens.
I don't want to do my squats.
Right?
Phil.
There's a crazy double standard that happens.
Yeah.
I don't even have to get granular and get into the minutia of it. I can just gloss over and say there's a crazy double standard that happens. We're never going to live up to the pulp novels the Fabio covered novels. I'm just going to call them the Fabio covered novels, but we're never going to live up to that. We're never going to be the 50 Shades of Grey guy. We're not going to be Jason Momoa flexing out. We're not going to be any of those things that they're getting excited over. But you know what, man? There's a.
I'm going for Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, if they're angry, I mean, it's so cliche what I'm about to say. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like it, leave it alone. I don't go online talking about.
There's no such thing as that anymore.
No, there isn't.
Everybody
but I don't seek out
what they hate.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Green is asking about Tess Fowler. I've met her. There's some people who identify with being a victim. That's that's how they identify. That's their default. They wake up in the morning and say, I'm a victim. And I will do everything in my reality to support my narrative. Yeah. And they go out and they actively seek out things that victimize them. Mm-hmm. You're doing this, I'm a victim. You're doing this, you're part of my persecution. Oh, let's call it out. How dare you? We know that. The how dare you. And then there's a bunch of the guys out there that are supporting them. We just call them gammas, right? They are wannabe alphas. They're wannabe alphas. And they tell you how it should be.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that have to do with comics, man? Like all of this. What does any of it have to do with comics? Why are we having to deal with the gnats and mosquitoes in our face when we're on vacation of our lives?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because comics are big business. Did any of you ever think when you were kids that you'd see a big budget Iron Man movie or Thor?
No, we dreamed about
an
it.
Actual ensemble Avengers cast?
No, we dreamed about it. That's why Tim Burton's Batman was such a big deal.
Right?
Yeah.
We had the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
I was gonna say Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
We had the Dolph Lundgren Punisher. We had.
Don't hate on that shit.
I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it. But like the only I'm not hating on it. But the only sort of like show of the skull is in the knife. Anyway, that's Christopher Reeve Superman. Thank you. You know what? Thank you, Mr. Bruce. That was the epitome of good.
Well, shit, Mike from Green. Like the 70s and the late 80s, DC had the box office, man.
Here's the messed up thing. There's a girl, like I said, I've met her. I met her at a party, a DC editor's party. Like I said, she struck me as someone who identifies with being a victim. I'm not talking slanderous. Some people are complaining about how they've been wrong. But there's also another Tessa Fowler out there. That is a pornographic actress.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, you gotta go check her out.
Hold up, guys. Furious typing.
Tessa Fowler.
Who's streaming without pants?
Yeah. But there's another Tessa Fowler out there that is a oh, come on,
brother. I can get behind this Tessa Fowler.
Yeah, get behind her.
Michael's like, this is the chick coming after Dan?
Yeah, no, nobody's coming after me. There's nobody coming after me, and I'll tell you why. You come after me, you're coming after nothing. What do you got? Like this guy yesterday tried to throw the whole fucking you're a bad Liefeld clone. Do you know how long I've heard that? I've heard that since 1992. Okay. So that's like a grade school kid calling me poopy face. Like it's just not gonna hit. I'm just gonna go, oh, carry on. Vinny, I want to hear about your future. What else you got coming down the stream?
Well, I'm working on a pirate story as well, and I'm doing the sequel to City of Venus.
What's City of Venus?
The one that I had showed up, this nice shiny one.
Yes, there it is. I was looking at her and not the logo.
Yeah,
that would be a good thing.
Yeah, this is a post-apocalyptic kind of story where
gorgeous.
Yeah,
those colors are excellent. Who do you have on colors?
That's a perk on Into the Woods, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
No. This entire book is me. I wrote it, drew it, painted it, did all the lettering. This doesn't happen without me.
So you one-man army, dude, is what you're
One-man
saying.
army, yeah.
Yeah, there
Holy
you go.
smokes, dude!
Absolutely. I dropped you a link in the privates if you wanted to take a look at the Through the Woods campaign as well. But yeah, I have a total of 3 live campaigns right now. At the end of the month, I'm going to close one of them out though. It's an art book campaign.
Nice.
So I just have a whole bunch of different stuff going on in there. But yeah, and even in Through the Woods, I put a little teaser at the back to the pirate book, so people could see like the quality they're gonna expect in this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be killer,
man. Pirates are excellent. So what did you do?
Look at the booty, and they'll see what kind of quality they're getting.
Well, J Money, man, you flipping the world sideways, Holmes. I don't know how you did that. Maybe I'm sideways. Vinny, what did you in the chat? I saw you said you were a toy designer for McFarlane Productions. What did you do for him? Would you do?
I was the lead designer. I was designing figures, full lines.
How many years did you do that?
Say again?
How many years did you do that?
About 1.5 years, almost 2 years. I left around 9/11 when shit went down over there. It was very dangerous to be in that area. I mean, there was shit that they weren't talking about on the news or showing anywhere.
Really?
It's weird. Their studio was up in the sticks in New Jersey, in Bloomingdale. They call it Blooming Jail. Everyone hated it there. It was really crazy. It was almost like a hick town. Very, very bizarre. I don't know why they were there to begin with.
Down here in Florida.
Huh?
I said we have lots of those down here in Florida.
Yeah, that I know. Like where I lived, just like, I don't know, a stone's throw away. The bar was called the Stumble Inn.
I like it.
Damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I was designing lines of figures. I did the Spawn Dark Ages. It was like the full 6 figures and a box figure on the horse. I was responsible for the Tortured Souls too. Because Todd, I don't know if anyone here has worked for him. He's pretty stingy.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to pay for for Clive Barker again to do a second series, but a lot of people wanted it. So I just did these designs because he was going to be visiting the studio because he only came like around Toy Fair.
Yeah.
So he was coming after hours, so I just left it on my desk. And when he came in, he goes, "Holy shit, the guys you got working here are some sick fucks." All right, let's do it. So like I had a really demented piece of this guy who was impaled like in 3 places. His guts were all ripped out. He had his face. Oh, it was a gruesome piece, but he fell in love with it. So, yeah. And I was really pissed. I had a couple of designs that just did not make it, not because of the gore, because of the sexuality.
Oh,
which makes no sense to me. I mean, you could show people being completely ripped apart, but if you show one tit, forget it. No, you can't do it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Country.
John Malin's in the house.
Hey,
The coach.
How's it going, everyone? Coach.
What up,
we
Coach?
doing?
Hey.
I feel like I need to grab my beanie. Hold on a second. Let me mail it up.
I heard everybody in Michigan gets one of those.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a Malin pug out there. Someone had a little pug dog with a beanie on, and look, it was all gray like this, and I got forwarded it. I was like, "Oh, that's cute as shit, man."
I dig it. I feel like yep. Zaid's rolling in. He's rolling in. We're gonna beanie it up.
Gonna pull it over the headphones.
That's right. Gangster.
Really?
Gangster.
Yeah, it's pointed out. It's just to cover up my lack of eyebrows. So
It's like, is that just a
like
straight up
I got
do-rag?
plenty up top,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't have much on the brow.
Does this work, John? I don't know.
Huh?
Is this right?
Hey,
Is that just a bonnet?
You look like a gypsy.
What is this?
What is that? Is that a fez?
Fortune teller's hat? What
Right.
is that?
Right?
I think I need to.
It's like a lady's knit cap or something.
Phil's a
right?
gypsy now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Tell us our fortunes.
It's been years since I've worn a hat, so I don't know.
It's like an Esmeralda wig.
I'm gonna get another drink really quick.
Do it.
I will be
do it.
back.
So I missed story time with Uncle E, man. I heard he was doing some story time over at his channel. You guys
Yeah, he
gotta-
was going through one of his books, I think. So
That's excellent. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. John, tell us about what you got going on. Where can people find what you have happening, other than your really sweet fucking Enter the Dragon? Oh my god, dude! Phil, my first wish, more wishes.
Yeah,
Zombie.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I love your Enter the Dragon poster. I keep telling you that.
Thank you,
yeah, what do you have going on? I heard you got some more great
printer issues is what I got going on.
Yo, man,
what kind of printer are you using, Coach?
Well, first I've been using Print Ninja. They were my go-to. Then January happened. January was a series of events I wasn't aware of. First, in early January, they leave. They go to China. Then in late January is the beginning of, I guess, the Chinese New Year. Yeah. And that is like a week or 2 week event, and they shut down again. And this time they didn't start back up because of coronavirus. So they went from their New Year's all the way till just recently. Are they reopening the printer? So it's been a nightmare. And I moved, I put in for a refund and all that to make sure I could get out to Transcontinental in Canada.
Yeah.
Now they just shut down for 3
There's if you need, there's a printer in Arizona that Polito uses, and Rob Michaels uses, called Ready Print. And they've been sweet songing me. Also, Vinny was just talking about, he's got a printer that he's really happy with. So
yeah, I'm waiting for everyone to shut down, man.
Right.
I'm like, fuck. I mean, it's a cascading event, and I don't like to move. I don't like to keep boom, boom, boom. I do have another quote because Peter Semeny recommended somebody to me today, so I reached out to them. They're making me a little nervous because they didn't seem to be aware that a variant cover meant that the interiors were the same. So
well, that's
I'm just a little uncomfortable.
Okay, let me tell you about, and I'm not even using Ready Print. They're just somebody I'm checking out. Hey, what up, boy? Okay, look at my man. My man, he's already up after midnight. I thought you were already asleep. I love you, dude.
That's because
okay, have a wonderful. You smell like bacon, dude. You smell like bacon. I love you.
How's it going, Matt?
Matt Yackey's in the house.
Well, hello there.
What up, yo?
It's John Malin.
That's right.
How you doing, man?
Groovy, man.
It's been a long time.
You guys have worked together.
Yes.
Yeah. He's colored me, and we've actually met one time way back in the day when I was living out in California. I think I went out there to your place.
Yeah.
I think it was with Shane Peters.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's right.
we went out there and watched you do some coloring. I don't know what the business was.
I think you guys were dropping off some artwork from Rob or
Yeah,
something.
I was probably high.
Well, I guarantee you I was.
Wherever I was as well.
I remember that when I lived in Yorba Linda.
Oh, I know exactly the timing of that. I know exactly when that was. That was at Dewhurst days?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know those times.
2003-ish.
Yeah,
I think when I was out there, yeah.
Sounds right.
Uh-oh. Look at Rooster's mad. Time. He got kicked. Sorry, Rooster. I thought you were out and Matt Yackey was in the room. I'll kick myself. I feel.
No.
But John, so this Ready Print, the thing that they do, from what I understand, is they do short runs if you need. So like one of the things that Marat does, Marat's a good friend, old school blood brother from Extreme. He does super short runs. So like, let's say he's going to go do a convention in Wichita. He will take a book that he has and he doesn't even have guts made. It's short run and says to them, I need 100 of these that say, I am boned up for Wichita on the cover. And they'll print 100 of those. So they know what variants are. That's kind of their game. Yeah. They do stickers and mugs and magnets, and they do.
They're a digital printer.
They do it all. They do.
Oh, they do offset as well.
Yeah,
okay.
They do offset. They do it all. But I think the short runs are digital. But they may do guts on the other on the offset. But Ready Print's supposed to be pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep them in mind. So I might contact them. They're in Arizona.
Yeah.
I know Marat. He's cool too, man. So
Marat's a good dude.
Oh, hey, quick question for everyone that knows Marat. That's what you say is Marat, right? Not Marat.
No, it's Marat Michaels. Just like my last
Marat.
Name. My last.
I think Ethan is it Ethan. I think Ethan says Marat.
Well, Ethan has been calling me Fraga, and I've known Ethan since 1995. I've been calling him Ethan, but you know, we've since lined up on things.
Right, Fraga.
Yeah, Fraga, like ray gun, Fraga.
Long
yeah,
right.
But yeah, it's Marat. Marat Michaels. His real name. You guys know his real name?
No, it's some Russian bullshit.
Yeah, so I'm not telling you shit unless you pay me. But yeah, Marat Michaels.
Machine.
Yeah, Marat's good people, man.
He's a really good guy. Yeah, I like
big
him.
love for Marat. I got big love for all my old extreme crew.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I'm finally getting to hear all the pronunciations of the names of people that I read in Wizard way back in the day.
Yeah, man.
You know, like Marat Michaels. Like I can actually say his name now because I did a video way back in the day about Will Spartaccio, and I totally mispronounced his last name. Yeah. Totally mispronounced it, and I gave that DVD out at fucking or San Diego in 2007. Yeah.
Don't feel bad.
That whatever it is.
I called Mark Silvestri for the longest time, and I called John Buscema John Buxema for the longest time. But we didn't have internet, man. We didn't even have fucking, you know, I grew up in the 70s,
man.
So yeah. But no, that's cool. The internet works, and thank God we know it's Will Spartaccio and Bill Sienkiewicz, not Sienkiewicz or whatever.
Sienkiewicz. That was a tough one.
Yeah. I met Bill at San Diego, and I was like, "How do you pronounce your last name? Please tell me." So I know. And
I'm sure he gets that constantly.
I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
Yeah. Hey, guys, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go smoke a bowl real quick. All this weed talk is making me want some weed. So give me a second.
Oh yeah.
Matt, what are you working on?
I just wrapped up He-Man.
Ooh,
and
who's
so
doing
now
that? What company? What is that?
That was DC.
That's DC. It's What Remains of Wildstorm.
Oh wow.
Yes. Yeah, Wildstorm's new.
I mean, DC. You know, if we're being honest.
Dan was drawing that, right?
He was.
He did the first 3, and then 5.
Tom Derenick took over.
4, 5, and 6 are who?
Tom Derenick.
I figured I'd get the rest of the series just
yeah, no, it's good. I just wrapped it up this week, so that's done, and so now I'm sheltering in place and waiting for some Black Flag.
Ooh,
it's on its way.
And oiling up my shotgun. That's all I can do at the moment.
Look, everybody speaks shotgun.
I know.
It's good to hear that you're coloring Black Flag.
Oh man, Matt's the best. Matt colored Gear Station back in the day. He's coloring these Chaos and Red Sonja covers. We're working on locking down the rest of the creative team. Like I said, joining CG has created some major flux. You know, for a year it's been this picture in my mind, and then I said I'm CG, and it went. So now I'm putting it right back together again.
That's the shake, rattle, and roll that the industry needs, though. Like all this stress and pressure and criticism that is coming upon you, it's come upon all of us, and through that we've gained massive attention and a lot of interest. So this is going to grow, and you know, with the stuff going on with the mainstream right now, there's going to be a lot more people, whether they be comic skate or not, that are going to be intelligent enough to see what we've done, which is using YouTube platforms to go out there and reach out and reconnect with the fan base that has largely been disconnected from the mainstream because of attitudes, you know, that we're holier than thou.
Right.
You know, that one-on-one, like, and what I tell people is, like, step one is get your YouTube channel going. And start to build your audience and build out your network. Then once you have that stuff going on, then you can launch, and you'll have that interest built up over a 6-month or a 1-year period. And but yeah, it's the network. It's being able to reach out and have overlapping circles and going on to all these other different shows that are hopefully reaching out to different areas. So like Ethan reaches out to Star Wars, Jack Show reaches out to drunks and ions and So
my show. Ethan and I actually had this conversation the other day, and I basically told him, I said, if he's the Howard Stern show, or like let's say Comicsgate is the Avengers, right? And let's say Ethan is Iron Man, and I'm just gonna call you the Hulk because you seem like you smash, bro. I just told him, I said I'll be Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
I'll be I'll be the weird guy. But like my show, especially these interviews that I have coming. I have interviews with Mike Mignola, Todd McFarlane, Dennis Cowan, Rob Liefeld, and it's all about creativity. I want Comicsgaters, Comicsgate fan, especially the ones that are aspiring creators, to have a resource to hear what it's like from the front lines to be a creative in this business. I had the pleasure of interviewing Mark Bagley and Mike Mignola on the same day. I ask all my guests the same questions, and I'll tell you that their answers couldn't have been more divergent. Here are two guys, masters of what they do, but their answers were so different. And I'm hoping people can check it out and go, hey, that's me, and they get pumped up and want to make their own book. That's what I want to do. I want to share the positivity. Obviously, I think there's some fucked up shit out there. There's too many gatekeepers. And Matt Yackey's giving us the thing. What a clean street you have out there with no coronavirus.
There's no one anywhere in town. Oh, there's
except
somebody.
Except for those people that shake your shotgun at them.
No.
Town is pumping.
No,
one person, a car, and a tumbleweed.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. There's a homeless. It's not a shelter, but a mission right across the street. So,
but the thing that drives me crazy, and the tree has been shaken this week for sure. But the gatekeeping, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of gatekeeping. For example,
the tree's been given 3 good whacks with a fucking sharp axe.
The murder camp.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you think about, right? You go, hey, I'm the editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics. It's my job to sell comics. If the guy who has Grammys and MTV music videos is a huge comic book fan, and he directed Eminem and he directed Taylor Swift and Britney Spears, and he says to you, hey man, I got this great idea for a Spider-Man miniseries, would you take his call?
Sure, yeah.
Well, CB Cebulski didn't.
What he had to say.
Well, he's a moron. I stand by that. I think CB Cebulski is one of and that's a problem with what I view as political appointees and stuff like that is, love him or hate him, joke aside, at least had some balls. He was there at a tough time. I have respect for that. But other than that, once he's gone, once he left, he put Axel Alonso in charge.
Axel, my nickname for Axel was Starfucker. He literally would not. He would not fuck with anybody that didn't already have the juice. He would never Good on Bob Harris, good on Carl Potts, because those guys were cultivators. Mm-hmm. They saw talent and they said, take a look at this. Let me help you out. Let me shape and bring you in. Mike Carlin was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Axel Alonso, you already had to be a fucking star.
Yeah. Anyway, and that goes also towards Cebulski though, because in the at least in the latter of the Quesada days and the Alonso time, for a large part of that time, he was the talent coordinator. He was the guy that was in charge to be what was supposed to be scouting talent and bringing people in and making people feel comfortable, or getting them ready for where they may be 2-3 years down the road. Say, hey, we got our eye on you. We want you to work on these 3 things. Show us progression over 6 months, and let me get you started. Let me get your foot in the door. But it's kind of that same mentality. It was like you pretty much had to be coming from somewhere to get into there. Yeah. And I had to get into Marvel tooth and claw. Just it wasn't. Cebulski never got me in. Not one time. I got in when I believe his name was Chris Allo was temporarily put in charge when Cebulski left for the first time. Then Cebulski came back and I got no work. Then I eventually got in again, but that was directly through Tom Brevoort. And I had been writing Tom Brevoort just, hey, kindly, every so often, hey, here's some samples over the course of 10 years. Yeah. So that's how difficult it was for me. I worked regular day jobs and all that, worked out in construction, worked every shit job possible, trying to get into that first big opportunity.
One man. You're the best around.
Yeah.
Well, and John, what year was that?
You brought that up, that video. Mike Green, your moderator, he's the one that made that video.
It's a great video.
Yeah, it was funny as fuck. Well over, but that was my first time getting in Marvel through Chris Allo. Was right at that time, and that's when he made that video. And then that job just poof, it was gone. There was no contact, and that's the thing that's always bothered me. Like right now, we went through these. 2 years ago, Ethan, myself, and Richard, we had a 4-day fucking Twitter battle with Joe Quesada, and he's like CCO at the time of Marvel, and we're like, what is this dude even wasting his time talking to us for?
Right.
But hey, we had his attention, so we went at it 4 days.
Joe's a piece of work. He's a piece of work. He's
a trash dude. Yeah. And he's softened up. He's not, he's whatever passion, ambition he had that was positive when he became AIC. It's all gone now because he's put in his buddies, his political appointees, instead of people that are actually passionate about the work. Yeah. Tom Brevoort, if he wasn't sickened with this fucking liberalism that he has, where a white person can't wear dreadlocks, that was a note I got from him.
Wow.
His editor Alana Smith, I would get notes like the hip was too cocked for a woman. Why is she trying to be sexy? And it's like, because we're trying to sell to guys primarily.
Oh my God.
This, and also Tom, he said publicly on Twitter, like he doesn't know what to do with the Mandarin because he's so afraid he's going to offend somebody because it's a yellow peril caricature. It's like, wow. Jesus Christ. Well, here, I tell you what you do with the Mandarin. You go all in on the motherfucker. You don't worry about who it offends, and you make him fucking cool. That's all you got to worry about, dude.
Right. There's way too much. Alan Moore had made some comments not too long ago about not considering the audience too much. Like, we want to please the fans, but I can speak for all of us and say that we were all into this because we're fans. Mm-hmm. So if we make ourselves happy, chances are the fans are going to be happy. Yeah. And that's like when I make my shit, I go, okay, I want big guns. I want gorgeous women. I want incredible action sequences. And if some Wally that's a woke ass liberal yapping, if a Wally wants to come at me, that's their business. Like, fill your cup with my shit and drink it down, because this isn't for you.
Yeah. The shit that they've been doing, they're just ruining the industry continuously. They don't change because those people are in those positions. Joe Quesada fucked me out of Spider-Man. I was dealing straight up with Ralph Macchio. He wanted me on. 2 weeks before I signed the contract, Joe steps in and he puts one of his friends on the book instead. This is how they operate. They're snakes. They're horrible. Joe also traced over my artwork. Hubert gave my samples to him and said, you got to hire this kid. And instead of hiring me, he traced over my work.
What a dick.
That's what kind of piece of shit he is. That's why when I go off on him, I don't care. There's no one to protect here. There's scumbags, and fans should be aware of that. This is the alternative. It's us, people who really care about what we're doing, putting out a decent product nonstop.
That's the real fans, and you see what the stuff they're coming up with now with Safe Space and Snowflake. That's because those people aren't fans of the company. They don't know the history, and that was
clickbait. That was clickbait. They just wanted people to go to the website. They wanted traffic, high traffic. That's all they wanted. They know that shit's not going to get released.
Sorry about this, Luke. I had to boot you. We had another beanie in the house waiting there, patiently waiting.
The beanies rain.
I don't have a beanie.
Yeah.
When I started going on camera and I had this beanie on it, like everybody was telling me, they're like, dude, you're like Tim Pool. Like, why are you ripping off Tim Pool? And I'm like, what? And like, I know who Tim Pool is, but you know, and now it's the thing is like Ethan wore a beanie, and now everyone's like, why are you ripping off Malin? Like, I did not invent the beanie, guys. This little hat. No, like everyone's welcome to have it.
Got my fishing hat though.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, everyone's welcome to have the Cholo style, man.
I'm gonna step out for like a couple of minutes. I'm gonna bring Luke in. I'm gonna bring Luke in. I'm gonna have another bowl, but I want to.
You're kicking yourself, Dan.
I want to. I'm gonna kick myself because I want to go. I want to go kiss my wife, man.
Okay.
Giving her a kiss. You guys, you'll meet her one day. She's a lovely lady.
No, protect her. I've never had my wife on camera.
No, I'm not saying you're gonna meet her that way.
Okay, in person.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you guys want to see some of her cool shit, go check out Anthony. I'm gonna go rub one out to Tessa Fowler.
There you go, brother.
I wasn't even aware that was like an adult actress until you said that. So.
Yeah. No, I found that out because I remember when I first met her. I was like, wow, this is some militant shit, and she was just kind of like bragging about, oh, I took down so and so and blah blah blah, and I'm like, who the fuck? So I looked it up and I was like, that's not you. You know, so yeah, I'm going to kick myself for a couple of minutes. I want to go check in with Mrs. Frega.
Right on.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah. And, you know, something that's important too is like, you know, Rob Liefeld. I believe Rob could be making $1 million a year in crowdfunding. 100%. He would have to do two things though. First thing he'd have to do is he'd have to start a YouTube channel, and he'd have to talk about sports all the fucking time. He loves it. He's passionate about it. I mean, I don't give two shits about it, but that's why he's going to do very well, because he's going to be very excited, divisive, and entertaining all at the same time. Like Rob can do that. I guarantee you he'd get a channel. It'd probably dwarf anything in Comicsgate within a year or two. Not to mention the legend of Rob Liefeld itself would bring in this large comic book audience as well. So that's the first thing you have to do. The second thing he'd have to do is he'd have to learn how to work with the internet. The internet does not work by the same rules that people within the comic book industry have dealt with. And Rob, you know, he's had to deal with harsh criticism from the beginning. You know, they're haters from day one. I mean, from pre-internet into the internet, the mid-late 90s when all the message boards were just getting fired up and turning into little hellstorms for Rob. You know, Rob developed very thin skin, so he doesn't handle criticism very well, and he's quick to block. But how you're successful on YouTube is you have to just like Ethan does. He gets called fat. He gets called a pie eater. People make fun of his nose. I mean, this is it. And Ethan, you know, I'm sure on some level he's like, that hurts a little bit. But he laughs it off. He lets it roll off. They become memes. If you can develop that personality to where you're not reacting to every negative or even slightly negative thing, then your channel will boom. And once you got that and you start launching campaigns from that, Comicsgate or not, you are going to be a fucking powerhouse. And Rob could do $1 million a year, probably even take home within a few years, $1 million. I guarantee it if he could just get his shit together and do those two things.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. It's like having your own, like we were talking about earlier, radio show, being a stand-up comic, you know, and you're including people in your life. You need to be able to roll with the punches, and exactly what you're saying, twist them in a way where they become infamous, like memes and stuff like that. You know, that's how you're going to build a community.
Bro, callous.
Yeah, because we're storytellers. We should be able to do more than that, you know. And Rob is definitely a talker.
He got it in him.
Guy. I mean, anyone who's ever met Rob, I mean, that's like his legend is he can get you excited for anything. So you know, once he cultivates an audience that's sports/comic books related, you know, maybe he does a drawing on there every now and then, just enough to let people know, hey, I'm Rob Liefeld. This is what I do. Oh, and I created Deadpool, by the way. You know, the jersey your kid wears, the games.
He's been doing he's been doing live streams on his Instagram this year sporadically, and you could just totally tell he's a talker, but someone needs to be like, you need to be doing them on YouTube, man.
It's here, it's here. It's YouTube because
we've seen Rob on a live stream with other people to talk about the state of comics.
We've seen people on Instagram, with couple 100,000 of followers, and it's related to almost nothing in sales. The only example of someone through Instagram who's actually successful was the guy who did Icarus in the Sun, and he had over 2 million, whatever it is on Instagram, followers, friends,
something like that.
So 2 million of that, he was only able. I don't remember what the exact percentage was, but I think it was either like 0.5% or like 1%. Of that 2 million came into back, and now it's still significant. And I'm not saying don't go to Instagram or do, by all means, spread yourself out as wide as you can through social media. But you can go to YouTube, and through YouTube, Richard at 60,000 subscribers, Ethan at about the same. They were both able to motivate their fan bases to back at about 5 to 7% on those first campaigns. And those are first Jawbreakers is like 400,000, I think, dollars raised. Cyberfrog ended up making over $1 million through the initial campaign, which I think was around 5, and then variant covers, which each did like $100,000 fucking dollars. Like in Comicsgate, a variant cover raising like 25 grand or 50 grand. 75 grand isn't out of the norm now. That's fucking insane for a variant cover. I did one this winter. Vinny over there claimed he was the first. I think I might have been the first, Vinny. The Huerta cover, $75,000.
Oh God, that fucking Huerta cover. Holy shit,
on a variant cover, guys, and that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen anywhere else. But now, because of this network that's been built up, which has real simple point of view, guys, do your best not to fucking divide your fucking fan
fucking work and have people fucking buy it.
Ideological lines. Yep. That's all you have to fucking do. We are here for the fans. The fans control the whole thing, and we have to do our best to not try and elevate ourselves above them. The only thing we do that's different than your common Comicsgate fan is we hop up on these streams and we talk about comics and pop culture and whatever else it is we want to talk about. A little bit of politics, but for the most part, we try to keep that from dividing the fan base. So you can be pro-Trump, pro-Hillary, Bernie boy. You can be whatever you want. We may get a chuckle out of you, but we're not going to tell you don't buy our fucking book because we disagree with you politically. So. Right, I mean, that's not it. That's Comicsgate. If you can get that, why wouldn't you just be Comicsgate? Now, the problem is because this very tight PC culture that's out there is anything that is actually tolerant is offensive now. So we are tolerant. We're tolerant to people who think differently, act differently, are different. We're just not going to pretend to love everybody. We just don't care. I'm completely indifferent to everything everybody has to say. I just don't care. I'm John, and I'm going to live my life, and hopefully, people are going to, relate somewhere along the lines, and maybe my art and my properties will excite you. So,
and you said it earlier, John. You're going to feel that pressure. You're going to, feel that stress from the outside, and Dan's feeling it now. He's dealing with it in a great way, but without pressure, you don't get a diamond. So you have that pressure building up. It's going to make something great because you're putting yourself on the line and working, harder than everybody else against this pressure to make some badass shit.
How do you feel?
What's that?
How do you feel?
Me? I feel great.
Creatively. No. I mean, how do you feel creatively?
I feel great. Look, I can
feel
create
free,
what I want. Now,
right?
I'm a little bit different than Dan in that, with me, I'm starting with an idea of, what would I think would be cool to do, but I'm also thinking about 14-year-old John and what was John into, and what do I want? What do I think my audience is going to gravitate towards? So I try to cast with whatever I'm trying to develop as wide of a net as possible. Even if you're an SJW, I want you to buy my book. come on in, buy it.
Come have this adventure with me.
Because I had to have your balls busted.
Hey, hold on, gents. Hold on a second. Vinny, you are still in the back room. I'm just jumping in.
We're just cycling people.
We're cycling, man. Here's the wonderful thing. As of April 1st, we're going to be a Wirecast show, which means I'll be able to have 7 people in my chat instead of 6. Upgrade. 7.
Next
Good
level.
thing, though. What's that?
Next level, yeah.
It can, next level, and it can be a good thing as long as we learn the lessons like Ethan taught me. We're doing radio, gents. We're doing radio. And we don't step on each other, which is it's a skill. We're learning it day by day. We learn. John, you are speaking gems, dude. You are dropping gems like a motherfucker. You know, which is the wonderful thing about YouTube. It's something I'm going to be doing with my interviews. I'm going to be putting out a series, a 2-part series from Todd McFarlane called Todd McFarlane's Rules of Success, where you're going to hear him say a lot of the stuff that Comicsgate believes in. And, you know, I'm sure Todd, more than likely, knowing Todd, you know, during our interview, he says, when people go right, I go left. And he just, I'm not going to put words in his mouth because Todd gives his own words. But I believe he supports Comicsgate. In just his behavior and choices after his interview. You guys will see that once you watch his interview.
Todd's a pioneer.
He's a pioneer, but he's only a pioneer because he doesn't go with the status quo, you know. And sometimes you have to go against the grain, man. And like Phil had said, pressure makes diamonds. But it seems like, you know, I had talked earlier about Walt Disney and when he had put out the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, how while he was working on it for those years that he and his studio toiled away, the press at large and the public at large was calling him an idiot, a moron. They called it Walt's folly, but he stayed the course, and look what happened. So that's how I feel. Sometimes you have to go against it to really succeed.
Well, the Image Exodus was really like the first Comicsgate. If there was a mature internet at that time, a YouTube and a Bleeding Cool and all these other sites, every guy who went to Image Comics would have gone through exactly what, you know, I've gone through and what Ethan has gone through. You know, complete attempts by the mainstream to destroy our reputations. You know, Bleeding Cool fabricated an entire story about me.
Clickbait dollar, make rich holla.
What's that?
Clickbait dollar, make rich holla.
Yeah.
Rich is a fucking clickbait title. Fucking God, that's what he lives for.
Yeah.
Please click on my website because I've got this fucking sensationous fucking title for an
The guy's full of shit, man. Here, 2 things happened with him that really pissed me off. The most recent one, he reached out to me and asked me if I was doing anything new after He-Man, and I said, yeah, I'm going to be crowdfunding Black Flag. I hadn't said Comicsgate yet, but I knew I was crowdfunding it. And he said, oh, I might do a piece on you. I said, great, that's fantastic. You know,
he's going to do a piece on you, all right.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. So he puts out a thing saying this is how it went. Dan Fraga, as you might know, who got in a fight with Rob Liefeld, you know, in 2009. Here's a link to that old shit. By the way, Black Flag's coming back.
Yeah. I called his ass out on that shit on Twitter too.
I know you did. You did, and Mike Green did too.
Incendiary fucking language, dude. Come on.
Yeah. But that's the kind of stuff that's like shit reporting, and that's what's sort of sucks about the world at large is that our world is full of that. You know.
Clickbait.
Rich Johnson tried to connect me to white nationalists.
Fucking course
I remember that.
That's what he tried to do to my career. He tried to completely incinerate it. He tried to tie me to the alt-right. He all because of why? Because when I did Thunderbolts, I put a little sign in the background that said, because we were doing a flashback to Pleasant Hill storyline, which is very similar to what happened in the movie Dark City. And they, there was a place called Shell Beach. It didn't really exist, but everyone kind of remembered it.
Right.
So I put in the background because I'm like, this is a complete ripoff of Dark City. I'm like, Shell Beach. And it was an Easter egg. That was all it was ever meant to be. But several months after that book went to press, some alt-right website made a article about how Dark City was a alt-writer's wet dream because it somehow related to the Matrix and red pilling. And even though this was written several months after my issue came out, and I didn't know this at the time, Rich went and said that I was influenced by this article. He implied that I was being influenced by this article, Dark City, through Marvel Comics.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. And it was a white nationalist fucking website.
That's completely ridiculous.
With an article. That's all.
Because of the time.
This is the kind of stuff that we're directly opposed to, all while trying to make the books that we want to make. Like, I'll tell you what, man, the only thing, like, I read this book. It's by Alan Moore. It's about this thick. It's tiny. But it's Alan Moore on writing comics, right? And one of the things that struck me the most is to have a theme, there you go. There's some Alan Moore. Extraordinary Life of. That's a good one, man. But he said to have a theme. Like, he did a Swamp Thing issue that he said his theme was menstruation, right? But there was no menstruation in it. He just had a theme. And like for Black Flag, my new series, the theme is that the devil is in charge. That's all. That's my entire theme. There is no political anything other than the idea that the devil is in charge. We're on Earth. It's the devil's in charge of the Earth. The end.
Matt color.
I think it's Matt.
Matt, are you clicking away, Matt?
Brother.
Yeah, I was clicking away. Sorry about that.
Are you making selections?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
what I thought it was too.
He's arrowing through those Tessa Fowler pictures.
No, I was actually going through all of Thunderbolts trying to find that John was talking about.
You can find it quick. Just type in John Malin Nazi.
Well, what issue was that? What issue was that? Was that 10? Was that the last?
I can't recall.
Yeah, I've got all but like 10, 11, and 12 on my hard drive right now, and I was just scrolling through JPEGs. I just couldn't see it. I remember that. I remember coloring that.
Rich was kind enough to clip it. So if you guys type in John Malin Nazi, you'll find it pretty quick. Yeah, and I've asked him to take it down because I even showed him. I had to do a video on it. It was one of the first videos on my channel where I had to dissect it. I'm like, look, man, this article didn't even exist, you fucking dummy. And he's still, at least the last time I checked, which was probably 6 months ago, he's until that time still has never revoked it. Still up, still damaging my reputation.
Yeah, you know what's really crazy too. A lot of the people that have come at me since I'm sort of new to Comicsgate is like, don't you know they're racist? Don't you know they're homophobes? Don't you know they're misogynists? And they're a bunch of alt-right. And I said, yeah, but here I am. Like, I wouldn't call myself the lefty. I'm kind of middle left-leaning. But here I am. And I'm Comicsgate. So what do you got to say? What was that? Thunder? Is that Thunder?
Yeah, that was Thunder.
Oh, man, that's one of my favorite Prince songs.
Oh, hey,
Thunder. Oh, yeah,
Murder Cam.
Yeah, Murder Cam.
Murder Cam. It's coming
murdering
down.
Those sweet refractive light reference.
The murder invisible.
But yeah,
I got a question for everybody. What was the last comic that you were excited to read the sequel to?
Sequel?
Cyberfrog.
What comic set you up that you wanted to read the next one?
Oh, like just the next issue?
Oh, shit.
We're going to have to instruct Luke on how to tape himself to his chair soon.
Shit.
Listen, this is all I got left of a bottle of Jameson. You're lucky I'm still in this fucking chair. So
I can hear your Irish, bro. I can hear it.
Oh, you know what? The drunker I get, the more Scottish I get because
I can hear that too.
About here, and it's a bit more.
Ultimates, Old Man Logan, Miller stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Fucking Miller.
You know, he can do it.
He can fucking pen a good goddamn yarn. But you know what? The ending of fucking what was it? Wanted. I feel like he got to the end of that fucking bitch, and he was like, you know, the wife is calling me for dinner, and I'm just gonna fucking tack something onto this, you know. So I'm looking you in the face, and I'm fucking you in the eyes. Really? Come on, Mark. You drew and had this amazing story about supervillains taking over the fucking world, and that's how you end Wanted. Fuck off. Come on, man.
Sometimes the endings are the hardest, man.
Seriously, ask Stephen King.
That's what
he probably sold it right before he got to the end. Like,
man,
money's
I got
in the
to the end of Wanted, and I was like, man, fuck you, Mark. Really? This is what you're gonna leave me with?
I'm reading Vagabond like a weeb right now, but I only picked up the first big book, and I regret not picking up more of them. So I'm looking forward to that.
Dude, Mark is usually good for a fucking good yarn. I mean, he did Space Bandits and fucking tromped all over what's her face? Anyway.
I'll tell you, man, the book that kept me the book that had they writers call it the magnet, right? The thing that keeps you going and wanting to just motivate yourself to whatever's happening. It's that magnet. Yeah. The book that had the super powerful magnet for me, and I'm going back a little bit, was 100 Bullets. I felt like Brian Azzarello.
Yes.
Every time I'd finish one, I'd go, God damn it, and I'd have to like get the next. Like I call it getting angry at the end because you're like, it can't. Why am I hitting the back cover right now? Where's the rest? You know,
writing in different dialects too. I literally, like, anytime someone's like, how do I get better at writing? I'm like, if you haven't read that series yet, like, that will make you question everything you know about writing dialogue for a comic. And then by the end of it, you'll be a lot better at writing dialogue. Like, it's fucking insane.
I just listen to the way that people fucking talk. Listen to conversations. Listen to back and forth.
You can like black out panels and still tell what characters are talking.
Oh, that's
Once
awesome.
You're into the book, like it's so fucking well written. It's insane. And then the series itself is just really fun. It's a cool ass concept. It's like you get a case with a gun and 100 bullets that are untraceable, and
that's a really cool.
You have a chance at getting revenge essentially, or doing some sort of weird task. It's kind of like almost like an anthology, but it all sort of spirals together. Definitely fucking check it out if you haven't read it before.
Awesome.
Azzarello's always good at getting to the fucking human aspect of, you know, wanting.
Well, you had said it right on the head. Is just to listen, right? I had the pleasure of having some drinks and a meal with Azzarello and Lee Bermejo. This is a long time ago. This is like 2005. We were in Florence, Italy, of all places.
What?
And I asked him, I said, dude, your dialogue is so fucking good. What do you do? And he says, when I'm on bus rides, whenever I'm like waiting in line somewhere, whenever I'm out, I just listen. And I was like, huh, that's fucking awesome. Because you get to get the tics and intricacies of people. Because there's the Robert McKee way, the save the cat, like all these sort of formulas of like definitely start a scene this way, have turns, and each scene should involve change. Like these are like kind of formulaic rules. But then there's all the melody and music that needs to happen in between that feels natural. Otherwise, it feels. I always use Dream Theater, the metal band, as an example. Dream Theater's fucking awesome.
God.
But they're on the grid. They're so fucking perfect that sometimes you want some clunk and funk because it makes it human. It's like in hip hop, too much quantization makes something feel robotic. You want it to feel human, and I think that aspect of listening to people and their tics make the dialogue more real.
That actually reminds me of this book.
I have that book. It's a good book.
The Artists on Comic Art.
Yeah.
I missed the Joe Quesada that talked about comic pages like they were writing music. Like,
yeah,
I feel like we've lost that Joe.
That Joe exists, dude. I think that Joe is not free.
He?
What we were talking about.
No, he's not free.
Okay, check this out. My homie turned me on to this book. It's by Bendis, and Joe Q
Bendis
writes.
Is a smart fool.
Yeah, Joe Q writes the intro to this, and I can honestly say, I was moved. I was moved, and I don't like Joe Q. I don't like him.
What about the book?
The book's fantastic. It's got a lot of gems.
It's
lot
the
of gems.
best thing Bendis has written.
Yeah, it's excellent. I got this one. I've got the one Carl Potts wrote. I've got the one that Alan Moore wrote. But that Joe Q still exists. It's just what ends up happening. And I'll tell you, I worked at a corporation for 5.5 years. I worked at Mattel as an executive. That corporate world will chew you the fuck up, and it will grind your soul into something unrecognizable. And I think probably that's where he's at, because when I read his intro to this book, I was like, wow, this guy really loves this shit. Yeah. Like, he loves it. But we're not seeing it. Like you said, where is that guy? He's not gone.
I miss that dude.
He exists. He's just not free.
I mean, that dude's the dude that drew the fucking Kevin Smith Daredevil that I fucking pimped to a fucking bookstore that I worked at in New Hampshire.
Was he pretending to be the dude that was the dude pretending to be the dude?
An enigma, brother.
Of course.
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's the thing, man. And I think I want to say today's theme of this stream, even though it's been crazy and we got some over talking and all that shit, is freedom. You know? And when we were on Ethan's stream earlier today, we were just talking about, you know, the whole concept of draining the swamps. You know, like I've been in this comic industry. If I said my first professional job, which was in 1989, I could say I've been doing this for 31 years. My first professional comic book job, I got hired by Rob Liefeld in 1991. So I've been doing this for 29 years. I've met a lot of people. I've known people since I was 14 years old. I met Jack Kirby when I was 16. I have a giant love for comics. I have watched it change from something that I've loved to something that is revolting. And I feel like what's happening now is terrible, because there's a lot of good people that are getting shook. But there's a lot of bad people that are getting shook too. And I'm not delighting in it, because that fucking sucks. I'm not a delighter.
It's interesting times. We couldn't ask for better. Look, even in terms of opportunity and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen like the SJWs coming in and making it easier for people to be on the edge of, you know, cutting edge material by just doing regular shit. You know, you draw a sexy chick. How hard is that? You want to be edgy? Draw a chick with a butt. Draw a chick with boobs. Like SJW, that culture has made it so easy for us to be the edgy boys now by just being people from the 90s, really.
Yeah. It's so weird. That used to be the normal thing, right?
All of our enemies be weak,
like
so
the
that
comics industry I grew up in,
advantage of that and rise up.
That was the norm.
Yeah.
Right. Remember when it was cool to be, to revolt and be a rebel and to be hard rock and roll, but now we can't do that anymore. You get canceled.
Yeah. What are they going to cancel though? Like that's the other part of being free, right? What are you going to cancel? What are you going to cancel? I've told this story before. I haven't told it a lot, but like publicly. But in 2017, on Facebook, I posted a picture of my daughter eating a piece of cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory, and she's just going into it because she's a happy kid, and it was a joyous moment, and I thought it was cute, and I posted it. Well, some lady on my friends list, I don't even know who she was, but she's in my friends list, said, "How dare you fat shame your child?" I said, "What?" I said, "I'm not fat shaming my kid. It was a happy day. She loves this picture. We love that day. This is a joyous occasion. How could you fat shame her, make her look like a mongrel and such an obese monster? I was like,
sounds like an awful lot of projection.
And I was like, hold up a second. You're the one calling her names. And I screenshotted it and I posted it. And I said something like, "Can you believe this?"
Someone's father didn't love them.
Yeah. So then some of my Facebook friends, I didn't even call them. I didn't say, "Get this bitch," because I didn't.
Right.
They just said, "Let's get this bitch," without any say.
Sure.
So then she reports me to Facebook as a cyberbully. My Facebook gets shut down. She reaches out. She went through my works for, reaches out to Disney Legal, reaches out to Mattel Legal. I get called up to the fucking lawyers at Mattel asking me what I'm doing, that I represent the company, all these things. Yeah. And I'm going, I posted a picture of my kid eating cheesecake.
And this is unraveling.
That's how crazy.
What do you want from me?
That's how crazy it is, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Like political appointees, they have no backbone. They have no courage about them. They've gotten into the positions they're in because they knew the guy who worked hard to get into that position and just kind of elevated them along because he felt pity for this broken dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's just it's insanity. It's insanity.
It is.
There's a level of craziness, and here's the thing the other part that drives me crazy is if you don't agree with it, you must hate it. And to me that you can't, that there's no delineation. Like if I say to you, and I use the Dragon Ball, I have this Dragon Ball cooking analogy that Japanese have mangas about everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have mangas about basketball, cooking, business, being a factory worker, whatever. But if the cooking manga said we're underrepresented, who's the most popular manga? Oh, it's Dragon Ball. Well, Dragon Ball needs more cooking. And Dragon Ball, the comic I like about kick-ass fighting and family and all this shit, suddenly becomes a cooking comic. And I say, whoa. Why isn't Vegeta and fucking Trunks kicking ass with Gohan? What's happening? And they go, wait a second.
They've got chow mein to make.
What do you have against cooking? You're an anti-culinary asshole. Burn him.
Yeah.
And I want to see dudes get punched in the face. Come on.
Like, dude, I have no problem with cooking comics, man. Mm-hmm. And we all know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. I have no problem with any of this. And I'm not even going separate but equal. What I'm saying is if you feel so strongly about what you feel, like I feel about what I feel, do it on your own fucking merit. Don't piggyback off the shit I love.
Well, you're talking about an industry full of people who just spent years screeching about how they hate capitalism and shit. And now we're in a time where capitalism is essentially shut down temporarily.
Right.
And they're all flipping the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the rich people right now, they never had a better opportunity to show that they're true socialists and let go of their wealth and be the shining light example for socialism. So let's see how
talking about that
Bill
stimulus
Gates, let's
money
show
too.
his money, the Waltons, let's see them all release their money out into the world. It probably won't be the Waltons.
That's not gonna happen.
You're seeing everyone's true colors, and the industry basically just showed the transparency we've all been asking for, but we saw behind the curtain and found out nobody's really doing any fucking work.
Right.
That's the problem. Editorial is fucked, like completely fucked. Everybody in charge is not doing what they need to be doing.
Hey, but make sure you visit your local restaurant.
Yeah, it's bad.
I made sure they delivered me some
mid-January. I was warning people about supply chain problems, and I'm just some random burnout in New England. And Marvel and DC, neither of them had like anyone that like months ago were like, "Hey, this might fuck us because we have like foreign printers and all this shit made overseas in China, and China's getting pretty fucked up right now." Like, nothing was foreseen somehow, and it blows my mind. Like, everybody's like,
over there too.
This is crazy. Like,
yeah, most of their artists are in Asia as well.
Yeah,
my son today,
Italy.
my 6-year-old
South
had to do a math thing today where he was learning patterns.
Mhm.
So my brain, like I had to be teacher dad today. My brain is very in tune to patterns, and I noticed our patterns. It goes beanie, no beanie, beanie, no beanie, beanie, no beanie.
Yeah.
There's a nice V change in there.
It's like the Beatles, right? Like the fact that one was playing the guitar this way and the other was playing that, they got that really cool V going.
I mean,
wow,
I'm gonna die.
I just almost went for the wrong thing.
It's a twisted Brady bunch.
It is. Here's the story. Some motherfuckers.
So, John, what are you doing next?
Well, I'm putting out Graveyard Shift Volume 3. I'm going to be writing a story in there as well. I'm going to put aside 20 pages for me to write. So I'm going to have an artist working on that.
I know who that is. I know who that is, and I'm fucking.
Don't say if you know.
I'm not saying a word. I'm just really.
Yeah, I think you might know.
I know who it is for certain. I know who it is, and I'm very excited.
So it's going to be great because I see an opportunity with this guy, and I think it's going to be awesome. But yeah, so that's planned in June.
We know
I'm going to hold off on finalizing that just because I'm a little concerned about the economy or lack thereof. Yeah. So we're going to wait and see when this shuts down. Hopefully, it's over in a week or two. And then we can everybody get back on track, making money, back to work, and make sure everyone is good and healthy out there. Our fans are bringing in income. Put out a new project. Yeah, so probably June. I'm hopeful for June.
Nice, man.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for Graveyard Shift 2. I got 1 and 2 coming to me. So
tell us a little bit about it, like for the unindoctrinated. What is Graveyard Shift?
Mark Poulton and I. Well, Mark Poulton originally came to me with this idea for Graveyard Shift. It's a mix of monsters and superheroes. So I decided, I'm like, yeah, let's get in that. It's our short tag for that is what if the Universal monsters were the X-Men? And originally, I think we were going to try to get it through, because I think we're going to try to get Rob to publish it. Yeah. And you know how Rob is, so
I do. There are at least 3 of us in this show that know exactly what's up with Rob.
Take it easy.
I love the guy. I tell everyone Rob. They ask me about Rob. I'm like, look, he's 3-dimensional, man. There's good, there's bad. I got a lot of respect and love for Rob. Yeah. So we were going to do that, and eventually it just became I would work on Graveyard Shift. Then I got hired to do Youngblood. Then when that was over, I went back to work on Graveyard Shift. Then I got hired by Marvel. So then every time it just get put on the back burner. And so then when I finally was leaving Marvel, I was like, well, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to finish Graveyard Shift as like kind of my swan song to the industry. And it just so happened, like, again, as fate should have it, Richard C. Meyer reached out of the blue, and he's like, hey, man, do this book for me. It's called Jawbreakers. And I'm like, and it was a tough decision because Richard had a reputation at the time, but
I loves comics.
Yeah. But at that time, I had a reputation, too, thanks to Rich Johnston. So I was drawing
good cable comics. Fuck off.
I had people asking for my job, but I had already left Marvel, so I didn't have to worry about it. Some lady from Deep Space Nine tried Marvel. You better check your boy. I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, so we knew that there was a potential, that if he and I put our controversial selves together, that we could actually ignite a little spark here and do something and actually make some money. So but I knew at the time. People don't know now because it's 2020, but 16, 17, this was hot, man. And I knew that if I did this, that it could very well be the last time I would ever work for mainstream comics again, because he was that hated, and it was politically, it was that fucking red hot.
It was charged up.
So I said, well, if there's ever an opportunity to make a fucking noise, this is probably it. Let's do it. So we did it, and we raised over $400,000 on it eventually.
Yeah, no, I remember that was big news.
We tried to shut it down. I mean, it was epic. I mean, 4-day Twitter battles with Joe Quesada. I mean, it was the longest year of my life. Wow. And I tell you, the heat that people feel now, I'm sympathetic to it, but go back 2, 3, 4 fucking years, man. Holy shit.
No, it's been a journey, man. I've been watching it, and it's been exciting. We get a question from the panel.
Astounds me.
It's the closest to rock and roll that comic books has ever had, dude. I mean, it's like it definitely were not Image, and I hate to draw those comparisons, but I mean, like,
doesn't matter, man.
Again, if the internet existed when Image, the Exodus happened, it would have blown the fuck.
Hey,
up. Like,
Led Zeppelin wasn't the Beatles, but it didn't need to be.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
You know, we got a question from Cruder Quotient 1. Trying to start a comic, how much money should I save up to pay an artist for a 48-page book? I'm going to start with my answer to that, and it's this: you need to figure out your price per page, okay? And if you're the writer, if you're the creator, if you're the penciler / inker, you can reduce a lot of that by saying I'll absorb some of that cost by not paying myself. Or if you're the writer, or if you're hiring a writer, you have to break down your per page, times it by 48 pages. Also, there are other ways you can, come up with a little bit of money, put out 10 pages and crowdfund it and see what happens, and then get the rest of your funding. Or you can get investors. I would recommend getting investors. Or you can offer things like percentages. You can tell your penciler, hey, listen, I'll do this, and you can get this much of the book. I have faith in this book. I would like you to also invest your faith in the book, which also gives them an investment. But definitely don't pay them in exposure, because that's a dick move.
Well, or you could do the 90s thing and hire them and just not pay them.
Oh, there's that.
It's 90s is back, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's because I'm a writer and I have to work with artists because I can't draw.
Damn, those fucking artists.
Well, I made the mistake before I got into Comicsgate is working with friends who were really good artists, and then to incentivize them to draw pages for me, I'd pay them $480 and then not get anything. So don't do that.
Don't pay them first. You have to pay them after, man. You have to deliver. Invoice me. I pay you, but pay them.
Yeah.
Also, working with friends is very difficult, which I found out the hard way. But once I got into Comicsgate, it connected me with a bunch of awesome artists who now I could, I'm using on some of my next projects. But the way I do it is, especially if you're getting into crowdfunding, you could contact the artist, get their page rate, and like Dan was saying, get a few pages done, crowdfund it, and then if you work on it like contractually, being like, once we get the funds in for the crowdfunding, then you could start on the rest of the book. But you have to establish a trustworthy relationship with the person. Before I got into Comicsgate, that was really hard. 2 years ago, I didn't know anyone, and it was difficult for me to find a reliable artist who was motivated to work on something I was excited about.
I'll write for you.
To kind of bridge those two things. If it's a project that you are going to do or die, like it's going to be done, then consider doing it, like getting all the funds for it, paying somebody out long term, whatever, because you're going to publish it no matter the fuck what. But if you're trying to start a business, if you want to try and see if there's even a market for what you want to put out there, get your artist, get 5-6 killer fucking pages drawn. Probably put around save about $1,000 to invest in those 5 killer pages, and then a little extra for color. Do a crowdfund, put it up there, and see if there's even a market. But if you're gonna do it like a Comicsgate way, would be first step is get your YouTube channel going, build your audience up, start getting comfortable talking to people on streams, build out your network, then launch your crowdfunding campaign. And you're going to do a lot better on day one, which is going to help you with like Indiegogo algorithms to get a bigger push throughout your campaign. I mean, that's the actual proper way to do it. Because ideally, you're crowdfunding for the funds to hire the artists, to get the printers, to do the fulfillment. That's kind of at the core why you crowdfund to begin with. But as you go through and as you get more secure, then you can start paying people in advance and getting these projects laid out, maybe even getting them to the point to where they're getting printed before the crowdfund even goes. But like even me, I'm probably 2 years away from feeling comfortable enough to even try doing something like that. So we'll see. It's in the plans, but that's where eventually I want to be. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
excellent. What's up, Jay Money? Welcome back, my friend.
What's up, man? Man fell asleep.
Are you watching Sopranos? What are you doing?
I'm watching John Malin talk, bro.
Okay, it's weird because it's like if I had my screen over here but my camera over here.
Yeah.
I hit flip on the thing, but it kept showing the goddamn other side of the camera. So.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a trip. That's a trip, man. That is a trip. Well, Cruder is grateful for the advice, man. You know what's amazing, dude? I'll tell you the way. This is the other thing. It's an attitude that I had as a kid. The only thing we had as a kid in the late '80s, we didn't have the internet. We had Comics Scene, we had Comics Interview, we had Comic Shop News. I would do things like find out where my favorite comic book artists live, and I would call the phone book people at 555-1212. You guys remember that? And I would say, Groton, Connecticut. Do you have anyone named Michael J. Zeck? And they'd say, yes, sir. And I would say, may I have that number, please? And they would give it to me. And I would call up Michael J. Zeck, and I would say, you don't know me. My name is Dan Frega. I am a fan. I am so sorry for bothering you today, sir. May I ask you some questions? And sometimes they would answer, you know. Sometimes they wouldn't. What a wonderful thing that we have YouTube, right? Like here we are, six of us here ready to answer some questions for people, which is a wonderful thing. Couch Doodles is your resource to help your creativity to get boosted. Stay tuned. April 1st. No fooling. I have to say that because, you know, it's April Fool's Day. And you guys want to know something? I believe everybody in this room. I can say this. Maybe not Matt Yackey. Matt Yackey's a motherfucker. No, April 1st is Stephen Platt's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So you guys can wish Stephen Platt a happy birthday on April 1st any way you want.
We need to get Stephen Platt do some covers out here.
I spent 2 hours talking to him a couple days ago, and he's contemplating a Black Flag piece, and I'm trying to get him on my show. So I'm gonna come back and bother him about it. But April 1st, the Couch Doodle Show is coming back with interviews with guys like Larry Hama, Coley Hamner, Dave Johnson. Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Mike Mignola, Mark Bagley, Jim Mahfood. These are all interviews that are done and in the can where we talk about creativity and the process of making stuff and the pressures of being in this business and making stuff. So Couch Doodles will be your creative resource here for all things creative and Black Flag. You're going to see some Black Flag stuff.
I'm excited, man.
Murder Cam.
Back.
Murder Cam.
Back.
Yeah, everyone be sure to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and share this out on your Twitter. Every time Dan goes live, let people know that this is happening and tell them to share and to hit like. I mean, that's all how we grow,
That's exactly right. Anthony Perron says, I want Jake Parker. Jake Parker, if for the unindoctrinated, we are talking about the man who created the concept of Inktober. I've actually met him a few times, and we have chatted on Instagram. So, fuck yeah, I'm going to reach out to him, see if he's down. That's not a bad idea. I will find out. In fact, the people I interviewed were not just comic book people. I've interviewed directors and actors. Joseph Kahn, director of the movie Detention, and Torque, also directed a lot of Taylor Swift, Eminem, Britney Spears, Genius. I've also interviewed a guy named Matt Chakowski. He designed the precog machine in Minority Report, industrial designer. Cool. Also toy designer Emily Kelly, character designer Steve Umbleby. These are guys you don't know their names, but you will. Guy named Lloyd Goldfine. You guys like the Ninja Turtles cartoon back in the day, like in the 90s? You can thank Lloyd Goldfine. So he'll be on.
Okay, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying these are the people I've interviewed. Yeah, fuck
Right.
yeah, bitches.
Thank him now. Thank him.
Yeah. No, these are guys I've interviewed. I didn't want to just hit the big hitters. I wanted you to meet people that you admire and didn't know you admire, and their creative processes too. Guess who else is going to be coming on? Joey Fatone from NSYNC.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
Joey Fatone from NSYNC is going to be coming on the show.
I forgot.
Yeah, he was a comic book guy, right? Didn't he like have a red beard or something for Superman? Wasn't that like
a huge comic book fan. He's a Black Flag fan. So he's big up in Black Flag, and he's going to come on and talk some stuff on the show as well. So this channel is all about creativity. I know Spencer's like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening over here?
How fucked up am I? I'm like, I don't think this is real.
Hey, dude, there's a virus. No, if I said to you January 1st, 2020, there is a virus that is going to shut down the world. You're going to lock yourself into your home. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And here we are.
Here drinking and writing comics.
Here we are.
From the flu.
Although I'm dreaming of Taco Bell more than ever.
Oh, you asshole. You're triggering me, bro, and I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? I already had a good shit today. You know? But no, Taco Bell is something I do probably twice a year. Same with McDonald's. They're not good for you.
I'm going to fuck it up as soon as the all clear is here, dude.
The all clear? Yeah, dude, Mexi Melts, man. I used to love them.
I'm gonna buy like more than I know I can eat, and I'm just gonna like lay into it until it comes out one way or the other.
Oh, one way or the other. Now I'm hearing that song. One way or the other. I'm gonna
fucking storm my local Taco Bell.
You know what? Their latest ad promo, the whole like Taco Bell, we deliver in times like these. Yeah. I'm getting some serious. What was that movie with Sly Stallone? Detention Man. Or no, Demolition Man.
Detention Man.
Detention Man.
All of you are temporarily restrained.
It's the most accurate future movie ever created. It's odd. Everyone's finding it is going to be the one that was right. I think that movie takes place in like 2040 or something like that. So I think we're right on track.
Yeah, the guy who wrote that's a prophet now.
It's like the Seashells wipe your ass.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But you know what, guys? You know what? The other thing I want to talk about on my channel, and you guys can tune out. The 62 of you, it's a record. This is the highest that we've had on this channel. Thank you, guys. I know that seems crazy. You see our man Ethan with what did he do today? We did like 1900.
1900, yeah.
1900 on his show.
Yeah, we've done better than that on Ethan's. Look, like the heyday with Mike and Doug, and I mean when there was a lot of energy, we were pulling in. I think almost 3,000 people on those.
That's amazing.
And there's people with like 300,000 subscribers, and they don't pull in that on live stream.
It used to be impossible to even like get anyone's attention in chat.
Yeah, there's stuff to be entertained by. What I want to be here is a beacon, and one of the things I want to talk about as far as being a creator, and I know this, and this is going to be some boring shit. That's why I looked at how many people we have, and I want to see the number drop because how boring this is. But this might be pertinent. We had Ryan Stegman on the show back in October, and back in October, I weighed 248 pounds. I got on the scale today. I weigh 189 pounds.
Oh, nice.
And that is not from exercise. What that came from is that discussion with Ryan and Blake Nelson. And what we had talked about is intermittent fasting, cutting back on sugar and things like that. And I'm just going to tell you, I listen because as someone who creates, I want to make sure that my machine is the most efficient thing it can be. Yeah. I want to be the best I can be. I don't want just pleasures from the outside because fuck yeah, I love gummy bears. I love chocolate. Talking about Taco Bell, dude, I want to face plant the fuck out of Taco Bell right now. Yeah. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. I know you.
I don't want your hell, Dan.
It's not hell though. That's the thing.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, when I was like 190, I was feeling like I could take on the world, man. Yeah, I'm about 240 right now. Yeah, 250. Yeah.
I'm fucking huge now.
Yeah, man.
I need a do this crackhead diet you did.
It's not crackhead, man. There's no exercise. It's just I only eat from 12 to 9. I cut out sugar and I reduced carbs. I reduced alcohol, and the shit just came off.
I just need to stop my life.
And I feel like John says, I feel like I could take on the world. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, hit me. You know,
Right.
where a couple months ago back in October, I'm like, oh fuck, let's do this.
So where do I
That's
fit
me
the
right
ice
now.
cream into that?
What's that?
Yeah,
ice cream?
Yeah, where do I fit ice cream into that?
Ice
That's
cream
the
happens
problem.
once a month, man. I
Yeah,
found
right.
this place called Kilwins. It's so sad I can't go there right now. But Kilwins, man, it's like chocolate butter, bro.
Turned into a bummer.
I know this whole fucking stream, but we went up by 3 people.
There you go. I used to weigh 250, but
Wow, man, you're like the fucking
Damn, Phil.
Rico Suave over there, bro. You're like the smooth bro.
well, I started working out a lot. Like I work out like every day now with my
Right.
brother.
Yeah,
I'm like 212 now, but I'm 6'5" also.
you're 6'5".
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you and Spence. That's
Damn.
these patterns
Oh, yeah,
again.
dude.
6'2",
Bunch of fucking goons.
6'5", 6'5".
I'm 6'1".
All right,
There
there
you
we
go,
go.
6'1".
I'm the fucking biggest I've ever been, though. I'm like 6'5" and like pushing 300 right now.
That's
We could
pretty
do like the at CGCon. We could do the Russian nesting doll thing.
Sounds
I'm
painful.
excited for CGCon. I think CGCon's going to be awesome. But
Yeah, Dan, you got to come, brother.
Oh, I will.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, man. Seguridad, man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah,
we're
right.
gonna like security. Yeah, we're gonna get
I'm
that.
only coming if I can bring a
100%.
T-shirt cannon.
Right? Oh,
If anybody starts looking at me weird.
yeah. Here, have a fucking T-shirt.
Right? Fan.
But yeah, just to drive you guys crazy, I think in the last 24 hours I ate 3 Klondike bars on stream and a pound of Hunter sausage.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
dude.
man.
It's this lockdown. I'm gonna put all the blame on
Okay,
that.
well, listen. I had half a pound of bacon, 5 eggs, a fistful of shredded cheese, some blueberries, some dark chocolate, and some chicken, and what are those things? Artichoke, and an artichoke.
Artichoke.
I'm just gonna start a bacon cooking
Artie.
channel.
Yeah, bacon is the shit, man.
I'll cook bacon and
Ask
talk
Matt
about
Yackee.
comics.
Matt Yackee comes to the house on what my wife has dubbed Bacon's Giving.
Oh yeah, that was good.
She uses bacon on the turkey, bacon on the stuffing, bacon on the potato.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bacon's not horrible.
No, bacon
No,
is
it's
my
not.
fucking dude.
Fat and meat are great for you.
Hells
Sugar, you know, and your fucking like bread and shit. You know.
Yeah.
Except ice cream. Ice cream, I hear, is really good for you.
Yeah, I'm
Bacon
about
ice
to get
cream.
some
I'm trying to figure out how to make
Bacon ice
that
cream. is
work.
okay.
Yeah, I'd eat that. That'd be good.
This is what I hear is it's Florida. Bring a pistol. You know, I love Florida. I was just there March early this month, and it was weird. The last time I was in Miami, I was working on a movie called The Transporter 2, and
Maybe you heard of it.
Yeah, no, my buddy Braxton, he's a guitarist, and
He was the
traveled the world.
stuntman for Jason.
No, yeah, no, Braxton would be the
No.
stuntman for Bruce Lee, but Bruce Lee doesn't need a stuntman. But
I'm
Braxton,
talking about you.
oh yeah, no, you know what? Some people thought I was, and I'm like, please, I am nowhere near Jason's size. He was a little shorter and definitely a lot stronger. But Braxton used to say, the one thing I noticed about all these places I've been is there's a different sort of light. Like the light is different, you know, and you never think about that. Like the angle of the sun is different in Florida than it is in Georgia, than it is in California at 3 o'clock for each of those places. But one of the things I noticed, like I landed in Miami, I got picked up at the airport, which obviously has all that jet fuel smell. I'm in a car. They dropped me off at the hotel. As soon as I walk out, I'm like, fuck, I'm in Miami. Like, you could have blindfolded me. You could have done that. Like, we're going to kidnap him and put him in a box and put him in fucking blindfold. And as soon as I stepped out that car with a blindfold on, I'm like, why are we in Miami? Like, there's just a feeling about Florida. And I wonder, like, is that why y'all's crazy?
Maybe. Yeah. You have to ask Luke.
Yeah, he's not here.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
he's
what
not.
he did, because I saw him go like this.
He blacked out.
and then I saw him do this, and then I saw his icon just disappear.
He broke his computer.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well, and I hope he is heroing where all the death metal is. Luke is a good man. He's one of the OG dudes of the Frega Boombox. Hail Luke.
Yeah, I remember when we were on when one of the first times I came on, it's like the first time that we all started talking about Comicsgate together, and your boy who was helping you write, I forget his name. You're always hanging out with him. Will. We were all talking about it and stuff, and that was like the first time I think we talked about it on Couch Doodles, man. And I was so excited to see your tweets when you were coming out as CG. And
oh man, I had to battle with that person, man. They're just ridiculous. Like I saw there was another guy, I forget his name, and he was on Art to Bear show, and he was tussling with somebody that was mad at him for asking or not. He wasn't even asking for money beyond his goal. He was saying that you shouldn't make any money beyond your goal. And it's like the most ridiculous concept, and like how that person said, if you love it, you should do it for free. And you go, what the fuck is wrong with people, right?
Like, we don't do it for free so that we can keep doing it.
Right. And also that makes no sense, because I want as many people to have this book as possible. And I would have to set my limit as infinity, because I want everybody to have one of these.
That's right.
That's a foreign concept now.
It's absolutely right. And I'll tell you what, man. You guys, I keep promoting this channel, but I'm promoting it because I want you guys who are out there that are creative, you gals that are out there that are creative, to be illuminated and enraged enough to go out and create on your own terms. You're going to hear me talk about Todd McFarlane a lot, and I would have to gather to say, as a comic creator and as someone I know personally, he's had the most impact on me, both artistically and fundamentally. The things he has to say, I recommend, if you haven't, search Complex Blueprint Todd McFarlane interview.
Great.
And you're gonna see some stuff. And what made me think of it is Coach talking about the idea of wanting to continue to make comics. And Todd says, I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it for sustainability. And that's the idea, like, the fact that you John, are like, I'm going to draw a book, and now I'm going to expand and write a book and have another artist. Well, guess what, man? That expands the brand, and it allows for you to perhaps maybe even get more of your ideas out there. What a crazy concept. I have an idea book that has over 45 ideas in it. I don't have 45 ideas of life in me. I need incredible artists to work with, incredible artists and writers like Spencer and Phil to work with.
Send it to me.
To manifest these ideas. But that's where that extra dough comes in. It's not about like get rich. Like fuck, man. I'm happy now. I'm happy. Like, I'm happy with the life I have now. If I lived the rest of my life like this, I'd be happy. But I also want to continue to make shit. So anyhow. Stay tuned for Todd McFarlane's Rules of Success, because he drops more gems than the holograms.
When do you expect that to go live?
Well, April 1st is when the Couch Doodle Show interviews will start. I am actually, this is full transparency. My experience at Mattel has taught me to have strategic rollouts. So I'm going to roll out interviews, ones that I know people want to see, and tell them about the campaign coming up. I'm filming ads for Black Flag, which I'm very excited about. Mike Green knows what it's all about. Matt Yackey knows it. If you see, I've bought a drone. It's weird. But I'm going to have a cadence that will lead you to McFarlane's first part. I'm going to have a second part. Anybody that's not a subscriber will want to be a subscriber to get the second part. And that second part will lead us into April 25th, the campaign for Black Flag. Nice. So this is all starting April 1st, 8 days from now. Actually, now that we're actually in the 25th of March right now. We are 7 days away, 1 week away from the Couch Doodles super launch.
Sweet, man.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, gents, we are 2 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, so I want to bid you guys a very giant fragaboom thank you. Let's one last go around. Phil, you're next. Tell us about what you got happening, and then when you're done, pass it down to John, and John, when you're done, down to Jay Money, Spencer, and Matt. So, Phil, you have the floor.
Sweet. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Of course, Magic Hop is still on Indiegogo. It's all printed up, packed up, ready to go. We're shipping them out tomorrow, but you could still get this awesome 92-page story book on Indiegogo. So check that out. Also, what I have coming up later in the year, I was going to share my screen and give a Couch Doodle exclusive look at my next book, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, do it.
Just a page. So I know everybody loves 90s comics. So this is just one character in my book called The Lost Pages. The character's name is Crimstone. So this is this chick. Her name's Taz. And when she grows up, her imaginary friend comes back into her life as this monster named Crim. And only she could see him. But this is Crim, and they formed the crime-fighting team. You can see introducing an awesome new artist, Maria the Wolf, into the CG network. I've known her for years. She's a local here in Chicago, and she does this awesome detailed artwork.
Nice.
This is a girl. Man,
Yeah,
she's got fucking awesome sensibilities, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
So yeah, this is Crimstone. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. I also have a colored page. If you guys want to.
Yeah, ready for it. Hit us with it.
The back.
Hey, wait, is that a folder that says Tessa Fowler?
Oh, that one's coming up soon.
All right.
We're creating that one tonight. But check this out.
We're creating that one tonight.
So this is Crimstone, everybody. So it's kind of like an homage and my love to 90s ultraviolent comics like Lobo, The Mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be some badass shit. So the Lost Pages pre-launch page is already up, so you guys could go check that out. And sign up for the mailing list because we're gonna have some exclusive stuff for our mailing list backers with some awesome CG artists that you guys know and love.
Where do they find your mailing list?
I mean, I could drop the link to it.
Yeah, what is it? Drop it in the private chat, and I will grab it and post it.
Cool, thank you, brother.
You got it.
And other than that, that's it.
All right, guys. I'm John Malin. You can find me on YouTube on John Malin and Twitter at John Malin. I try to keep all this really simple. Oh, by the way, I'm Baby YOLO because that's my avatar right there.
Oh, nice.
Matter of fact, there we go. Go check me out on the Jack Show, hosted on my channel, and of that Star Wars girl, Cecil. Sometimes Kelsey when he's not doing it.
Tell them why it's called the Jack Show, because I'm so dense, I didn't get it, and once it was made clear to me,
John, Anna, Cecil, Kelsey. So,
bam, Jack.
We're very simple creatures.
Jack.
But that's the order of the rotation too. So it'll be on my channel, then it'll be on Anna's and Cecil's, Kelsey's, and Ethan is on there too. When he's on there, we call it the Ejac Show. So we need to get enough people to where it's the ejaculation show. We're working on it, but we can only go 6 at a time.
Once it gets to ejaculate dead, you can put me as Dan on the end.
Ejaculate Dan.
Oh, you have to put that one on
but yeah, I don't have any project to promote. Let me just say there's a good project out there right now called Shadow Century. It's on Indiegogo. It's a Comicsgate creator, Eric Nieltowski. Beautiful stuff. It looks like it came out of Wildstorm from the 90s. Very cool. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Dan. Everyone sub, ring the bell, hit the like, and Jay Money.
Thanks. Jay Money, what's happening with you, man? What you got to say?
What's up, guys? I'm nobody special. I'm only here for Dan Fraga, Ethan Van Sciver, John Malin, and the rest of Comicsgate. And that's really about it, man. That's just it.
Thanks for coming on, Jay Money. We got our man Justin.
Love seeing your comics, brother.
Hell yeah, that was a good collection, man. That's some enviable shit, dude. Spencer, what you got to say? So going around the house, all day.
Check out
Spencer. What you got to say?
Check out Voidwalker if you haven't already at Alterna. I got that is about to finish up. Issue 4 will probably be a little bit behind with everything going on, but our printer is still open, so it'll probably just get pushed back a month or so. And then we got Can't Kill Cade coming in the summer. Ooh. And a big campaign for Hellseekers that we're actually holding off till after John Malin does his thing. So keep an eye out for Black Flag and Graveyard Shift 3, I believe, right?
Yeah, it would be Volume 3, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about Criminal Concepts. What's Criminal Concepts?
Oh, that's just like our little, like, our name from the beginning, right? Way before we even signed with Alterna or anything. That was always
What is that logo above the Twitter? What is that?
That's Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. Yeah. That's cool. I thought it was like a DJ table.
Our little logo is a spin on the original Canon Films logo.
Oh, hell yeah. Of course. American Ninja, baby.
Yeah,
I'm a bit of like some OCP or something, but I like how you got the 3 C's in there.
Yeah, I did a lot of graphic design and print work before I ever jumped into comics, so this kind of stuff is like second nature to me. But this is actually super old and all beat.
There goes your mic, homie. Where'd your mic go?
I think his headphones got unplugged a little bit.
Microphone. This looks like eat ramen.
Oh, that sounds good.
Spencer, your microphone's gone, Spence.
Yeah, you got to unmute now. There you go.
Oh.
Do it again. You there?
Keep muting and unmuting.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Keep a lookout for Black Flag and Graveyard Shift. And keep supporting CG.
Matt Yackey, what you got going on, homie?
Matt Yackey's like,
fuck it. What you got?
I got nothing going on.
Here's a story of a man.
Shit.
How about your work on Motu?
Yeah, I just wrapped up coloring He-Man, Masters of the Multiverse, Masters of the Multiverse.
Yeah.
So that's just finished that up. We'll see when that one ever hits stands. If there's a world of stands to hit, it may one day do it.
That's so crazy, man.
I know it is, and I'm gonna be coloring Black Flag.
Ooh, power!
So, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
people better get ready. The way I describe Black Flag is take a 90s comic, pour Mountain Dew on it, and squirt a little bit of titty milk on it. And that is is your comic book. And pour some bullets all over it too. Bullets and shotgun shells. Get ready.
Nice.
Get ready.
Going to be all over it.
Hell yeah. We're at the 3 hour and 6 minute mark. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Nice. Coach, thank you. This is your first time being on the show. I want to give a round of applause, y'all people at home. Give some love to Malin. Phil, thank you again.
All you guys
here. Matt Yackey, sir. Jay Money in the house. Justin, man. So honored to have you on the stream. Spencer,
appreciate it.
Punch them cocks, yo. My man, Spencer, very, very excited to be working with you. And everybody, Tessa Fowlers awaits you.
Hell yeah.
I'm going now, brother.
Get that research done.
That's right. That's right. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We are ending the broadcast. Happy Wednesday to you. Make the best of it. Don't give anybody your viri if you got it. And raise your glasses to Comicsgate. Peace out.
Later, everyone.
Hail.